key investment in the sectors. Mr. Speaker, Treasury bill rates have fallen, saving 8.8% in interest from January to September. Mr. Speaker, 8.8 billion from January to September. Mr. Speaker, public debt dropped to its lowest in a decade, and Ghana's debt risk has been reclassified from high to moderate. These gains have created space, eased the steps, and restored investor confidence. Right Honourable Speaker, Ghana's fiscal consolidation is now credible, sustainable, and homegrown, a model of responsibility that turns stability into progress and ensures every city works for the Ghanaian people. Mr. Speaker, I take you to social protection. Right Honourable Speaker, even as we pursue fiscal consolidation, government protected and expanded social spending to cushion vulnerable households. Allocations to social protection programs increased to 0.9% of GDP, up from 0.6% in 2024. We are not accruing new arrests in energy sector. Solar tariffs, projects like BXC and Mineji have dropped from 18 to 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour, cutting costs and expanding access. Mr. Speaker, this was achieved as part of the renegotiation. Mr. Speaker, the Electricity Company of Ghana revenues has risen almost 90% from 900 million to 1.7 billion Ghana cedis per month, thanks to better enforcement of the cash waterfall mechanism. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, ECG's revenue has improved by almost 90% per month, from 900 Ghana cedis per month to 1.7 billion Ghana cedis per calendar month. Mr. Speaker, I'll now give you an update on the audit of arrears and payables. Mr. Speaker, upon assuming office, government was confronted with outstanding arrears and payables totaling 68.8 billion Ghana cedis, comprising 50.5 billion in unpaid invoices and interim payment certificate, IPCs, and 18.3 billion in outstanding bank transfer advices, BTs. Mr. Speaker, in fulfillment of our pledge to protect the public purse and ensure value for money, we commissioned the Auditor General, working directly with PwC and EY, to conduct an independent validation of these arrests and commitment. Mr. Speaker, as I informed this August House during the media review of the 2025 budget, this special audit covered all verified arrests and commitment as at end December 2024. The objective was to establish the legitimacy of the claims, identify irregularities, and address the fiscal risk arising from the accumulation of these arrests and outstanding commitment. Mr. Speaker, the exercise has now been completed, and the Auditor General is finalizing his report for submission to Parliament. But, Mr. Speaker, the findings are troubling and very damning. Very damning. Mr. Speaker, out of the 68.8 billion, Mr. Speaker, I'll give headline numbers whilst we wait for the Auditor General to submit the report next week. Mr. Speaker, out of the 68.8 billion payable submitted for audit, 47.8 billion cedis was validated. Mr. Speaker, an additional 8.6 billion Ghana cedis remains under review, pending further validation due to inadequate documentation, missing third-party confirmation, and lack of supporting document. Mr. Speaker, these yet to be validated claims may be legitimate, but further evidence will be required before they can be recognized. But, Right Honourable Speaker, about 10.4 billion Ghana cedis in claims were rejected. The Speaker, due to duplications, recycled IPCs, inflated invoices, falsified stores receipts advice, and instances of no work but demanded money. Right Honourable Speaker, out of the rejected amount, about 1 billion Ghana cedis, comprising BTAs, bank transfer advices that had already been processed by the Ministry of Finance and were ready for payment by the Controlling Accountant General and Bank of Ghana were rejected. The Speaker, without this audit, these claims would have been paid, underscoring the importance of vigilance and verification. Mr. Speaker, about 2 billion Ghana cedis was also reclassified from claims to BTS. Right Honorable Speaker, the report is ready and it will be submitted and the detail may be discussed by this House. Mr. Speaker, this audit has not only saved the nation billions in potential losses, but also restored accountability, strengthened expenditure controls, and reaffirmed this government's unwavering commitment to fiscal discipline and transparency. The Speaker, we have identified an abuse in the use of import declaration forms, IDFs. Mr. Speaker, I'll give you the update. Right Honorable Speaker, our investigation into Ghana's import system exposed a staggering abuse of import declaration forms, a tool meant to support legitimate trade, but now hijacked for illicit transfers and tax evasion. Mr. Speaker, between April 2020 and August 2025, over 525,000 transactions amounting to an equivalent of $83 billion were processed through ICOPS. Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, these amount of $83 billion were transferred from Ghana in the name of imports. But surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, only 10,440 of these transactions were linked to actual imports. Mr. Speaker, an equivalent of $31 billion in transactions were transferred abroad with no goods imported into the country. Mr. Speaker, this leaks bleeds our reserves, weakens the Ghana cedi, and deprive the economy of resources that should have been used to build schools.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben. Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben.
Okay, yeah, everyone says, we are count, say dollar and a dollar cost. The dollar cost, see, we are Tonadia, we are in dollars. And so, if you want to demand your dollar, you might. It is a company for women share, and I see some women share. Come on, I'm saying,
There's a dollar and a Hagana.
Dollar and a Ghana. We got her down. We are $0. If you tell me, say, I have to. We are as I know. Just the name you see on my machine, the name I can also. Give me a broker, I credit fee on my own for some game, and as if for this name, looking at W. I should be a careful. I might be forced to labor, so in fact, say, come about the email.
At the budget,
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down pe politics. Ye say politics for no manyo made entomunye. Ba na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye beboa ma oman na akoso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ma oman na lawyer for enyina pon akofia akoda. Nyamishra.
Yeah. Now I need to make a confession here. Also, TV no, and that time na wa bemu. Edika ma minchia wo enchia union somewhere ha ni atifo nyina wi. Nti anopa bia meba ETV BB show so. Yes. Yeah. hot. Now what bands let's say we research because when prepare how about when embarrassment. So anytime maybe a babiano, I have to prepare for. But at that time I'm into us and okay, partly because we are in government, so you were holding our feet to the fire. But now we are Juma exactly. No, actually, and I will copy or Tinka or so you continued your work and medical say now me monitor and particularly that show of yours you use plastic. You must find a way to bring back that program because it was a program I was always following. And you continued your work and see how we are with Jumana. You want the best for Ghana, and you continued. We said and I mean, we are now here, so you are focused. I need to commend you for it.
EpaHoaDaben.
And very refreshing for me. That's one of my favorite shows, and I'm like because I didn't I mean, there
is no agenda setting.
You see, and I can live with say genuine mistake. I can live with it. But they mean to me in live with this woman say
now we say why?
Why? Because of one personal interest. And I think that's what is happening. And maybe but posterity will judge one day. One day, I'm say, that you know, great journalist, not the BB. That's my right. Or my mouth, you ever confess. You know, for me, as in, we said we tap because we should be guided by the love for the country.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down politics. Ye say politics for no money or money and munye. But na mumu binumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye beboa ma o man na akoso. Na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ma o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia akoda. Nyamishra.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie ni me mo ha mo akwa ababa ye dwumadie eso medin ene Bismark Brown obetimi afreme BB me ne apamfo ene namo show produced by Joel Sanko supported by Jemima Adato. Of course we are streaming courtesy yenua Collins na namo akon ene Joyce Akumaniwa. Special one ebe abejoin me Kojosefa Dankwa so kame ho ye de dwumadie no esomo ene awie ene nkomo no doso ye betie simu ntamo na yakwa akwahwe nsam ni mu ansa ne ye be show ya sime bo finance minister ne budget presentation no FMB ede ema wo ma utie ye na akabe ye sima baako amasa insert na me boy ni besi no the finance minister ekasafa dream bia ekoso in fact akoso from the year 2020 eba be simira wo mo ba ban mu na ye free bibi import declaration form IDF sa form no ena companies ahodo bebre omanyimu omo afa sa form no kwan so ede atwe dollars every omanyimu ede akwama no ne se wo mo de kofa ne ma de aba nanso no kura wo mu pa ne se dollars bebre ba Bank of Ghana through the banks ede ma sa companies yi so mo fa nko kranie mambra no emu dodo na ankranie mamba skana ko kabro chire ho enema no nso so a ama eye crime. But there is history to this very matter. Afiwe ya me nkan sure bia be 4 to 5 months ago ya ba asasem we so ema ye di Ghana Revenue Authority for hon komo extensively. And then I would walk you through and ye maybe a buy no ye kakaye and the finance minister ababe bosso akyerese indeed na nya ntrobi and na civil society organization no ADA and I say happy FM ya betena ha na edi ntrobi and the finance minister a confirm asemwa movement for truth and accountability edi Ghana Revenue Authority for echi imfie bebre nie a yenya ne puma sibre finance minister through the budget a confirm say indeed no krampampa there are companies in this country through import declaration form no omode twe dollars every o man mu ekwama no ne so me ko krania ma ba wo mafamba. Now Ghana Revenue Authority investigations mu after Movement for Truth and Accountability press conference. So they claim omo investigations no omo hunu niema bi na niema na omo hunu ya chie no omo so mbetu anamon bi ewie ebebusa se anamon omo ka se omo betu afa niema omo hunu ye no akwa wie sen but omo san so kan ye se total number of companies womo edi se adwirimi womo number womo de maaye no na akabeye 900 or plus companies ewa chiri a womo no yenti womo ho asem ewie yebebusa se besine companies na aka na GRA se yokofo eye womo investigations no womo ho asem akowie sen and how long will it take Yoko to audit and investigate those companies? Anyway, you want to stay here because I'm commono doso and eja pa ena eso edia free hanomo na enkomofu from nso menyanku bi free North Carolina Ghana or chradie ewo university ewo. In fact, he is a guru in artificial intelligence. Anyway, he's in town. Oba beye bibi briefly. But the way Papa we know oye deep in artificial intelligence and where he's taking on one kasani AI dream edekono, it will amaze you. I'll catch up with him briefly. Na mini nedi nkomo kakra about AI in the prospects of Ghana. Send you hunu AI penetration ewo Ghana ha, and how can our universities leverage on AI? Yebetimi they address issues of research and innovation. Of course, about the solving the unemployment issue. AI betimi aboa na I'll be joined in the studio later on by my very good friend, Dr. Okanse, who is a lecturer at North Carolina University. He'll be joining me later. Na yedisa enkomo no awie nso yebetie wura economy ni mu na ya budget no, and Dr. Evans Nunu will be joining me on the phones with his analysis, especially with regards to fiscal policies. Finance Minister Dede Egu Akwemu a ode ba be ensure discipline. We'll talk more in area.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
But don't also forget, sir, now what we are so and Ghana Armed Forces, SIABA, the recruitment now was shall say on crying. Oye ninti, a Tristan Sayano, Thursday, and now almost sign ABA Mubium. When she share near home como ye shall senra, and a bet was so, now yet one common so. But don't forget, and so say, the Interior Ministry so are rolling out recruitment forms online. I'm one person called prison service. Moko immigration, police service, fire service, customs. Munyina mu betimi akona makoto mo forms na makwa nso akotry say ebe selection be fa mo a na mo so metimi akosom ewo oman no security agencies ni mu eno so yakwanya ba kwa aban announce a ebe expect say emabunu no bebre na no ede wo mo ho ebe gimo ewie ye ni nkomo ne mo nkomo na yebesa kokwawu enane abusa say aso enra IGP ma order say ye release kwawu man hema no akọwie sen oba hema atimi akọ abene back na kroma for no so enkomo no te sen we'll get back near the ehon update nyina e de asomo ene awie. Happy 98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie enie osomfo bini ene Bismark Brown emo akwaba mesan so mo aha. Osori ofa. Oh my God, be oh my betu pona. Ewe ma me ho kwan na me mbusa se na oho te sen. Ejuma mu so boko de e. Ye do bo ade nyankopon ase. Ene ye benada the 18th of November 2025. Media me ho ye. I don't know about you. And I want to believe so body adomo ho ye. Bribinti na ho dodo a me mpai bone se onyame mfa na yare satumi no enka wo. On saw ya de. Biti wutiri kosi wo na ase. Mere oyo bi a woni padua ni mu no me mpai bone se oma hoden mre mu. Eto da bia na nya yade se wo ni padua na ye wo ya enso kra na nkasa nso timi yare. Me no ka se obi aboto nso woni ma de poten ha na pa. Me no ka se obi kra e di awreho woni mu. Yade sa yade ni ne kusunsum no. Okra ne yade a Bribia timitu ni padua no. Enunti no kan churo mu say let the weak say I am strong and let the poor say I am rich. Wase me kredi ahurusie. You want to speak to your soul this afternoon. Ebia na waye mre e wo hunhun mu. Ebia ahofama wo de kɔ wadwuma so ne so ate. Ebi kura na ewiase mu anije kura mpo na ate wani so. Epacho, talk to your soul. David showed the way. Talk to your soul. I say my soul rejoice. Kachira wo kra se me kra me wani nye. Wo he obotomu dia wonka. Wo he yade da wo so sesi apa dia wonka. Basa wo kra no enya hoden a oni padua no so benya hoden. Ey automatic. Enunti no bi yade a eya yenka abebuo nsem nkyere no. Because when the spirit is weak, it affects the body. But you know, the body can be weak, but the spirit will continue to be strong. Eya body no ne when tanya nsunsuanso kase saa ewo okra no so. Enunti na da bia ya meka che ose ma okra no hu hiaw. Enche ni padua no. Ya okra no hu adwuma. When was the last time wodne okra edi nkomo? We say now how can I talk to my soul? You are the soul. There be a na mo hwehwe nyame wo mo around you, mo hwehwe niam around you, bibia wo mu. Wase oti wo mu. Now Oka say he that is in you is greater than the one in the world. Now for so say there. Enkwa bontin ko hwehwe obi fufuro. Enkwa bontin ko hwehwe tumi fufuro. Tumi ni wo mu. When wasa wo hunu ni saa. Na hunu kwan abe activate saa tumi no. Ore ho speak to your soul. Ore ho akope aduhwam bi perfume bi ehwam na hwia. Na ka positive things to your soul. Your soul will be lit. Be say jira na so bi. Eya no e careful ensem wa ya wotatie. Se abebuo nsem ne abemubuo nsem na atwa wo ho ahia. Da bia wo kra be boto. Se da bia ne wo kenkan eye niam de awreho na be nipa brabo mu a da bia da okra ne rebe ho. Ne wo so tie ase ne se waso eye portal to your soul. Wani eye portal to your soul. Sanso na ohwene ne wano eye portals to your soul. There are other two portals to your soul. No, ewo fom ho. Oh yes. Oni pa bia wu a wanya ne nan a obadwu nsogu no ho. Me cheche ne mamu dodo ye fancy ha. Be careful what you consume. In some ade waso ten, some a wodo hwini hwia, in some a wodo wano ka. O se de free wo mu ba no eno na ma wo ye nipa bone wo ye bone. Masa bibia wo mu o. You are the alpha and the omega of Niekoso Abrabo. You are the beginning and the end of your failure and your success. If you can look within and empower that man in you, you go places. I'm if I will show Ukraine, I'm if I'm more quaba. Say them di can catch on and then come on the door so. You be in and rap, meant me a mouth crime one friend, and then mebo more than a mamma quine one friend you may do so. But your numbers in the two of mammy 055 1563916 055 565 7278. Now, what the about home so time or maybe you know. Now, WhatsApp messages and so I bet me the about 059 405 1145. I'll find time and read your messages for you. Sonny say, hear me, papa. But over Facebook, my men so anke me de pa. Bra Facebook live na yemfa Ghana. En komono enshisha so. Bachoba Facebook anu akai say en komo na yedie. Enye ntokwa. Be kire wadwene boko. Sani mutu ho. Na kire adwene no e wani die kwan so. Jalov Sola, long time no here. Me te won kan chair. O say good afternoon or comfort BB. And maba. Paul Amenosoji on the regular message number NDC is the best for the future of Ghanaians. MPP never again. Over Facebook, Ameji Brenma can kind of messages the amount. Free. Na se mo be kaya na wotwe mu news bi ba bontene. News na ba bontene ne say former Commissioner General Emma Ghana Revenue Authority Shraj the verdict bi aba afa ne ho. Na Shraj asemo a omode bafa Reverend Amishadai ehun ne say one more recommend say yam banning from holding any public office. And wechi one esanso recommend say Attorney General and Minister of Justice and prosecute Reverend Amishadai, former Commissioner General Emma Ghana Revenue Authority. And you know 3 companies are almost dealing in cars. And so, Eka Omwa Shraj, I recommend say Attorney General and for Munkojina Emra Enim. Ediana Reverend Amishadai, na oda GRA ano, mo kai sa pay. Sa pay no copy mu ewo Public Accounts Committee. One Deputy Finance Minister ne ono no ye chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee. The Honorable Abna Osei Asare meboa. Now okopie ho no, is it the Appointments Committee? Yes. I think kind of saying about this age. They Public Accounts Committee. Enti omo kotena Public Accounts Committee animu omo kobu nkonta akire mpanimfo. Nkomo na chie na the Honorable Sam George ene oye minister in charge of communications and innovation, digital innovation anambwa. Ebeka se papa wankasa woti he ya obu akonta akire yin. Umfie pa yesen. What the sense is here? Yamianim no kweni se ene na Reverend Amishadai de answer ebeba nyame nkwani nim. Papa na ntimi ama answer. When ntimi anka se bedi mfie aduosia ana se bedi mfie aduosia atwam beye boson ba ko ana miensa. When ntimi ankyere se oni mfie aduosia na mo kaisa na anu ya so A+ the petition me come as speaker say the honorable Abeno say asare yenyini free public accounts committee no so asem we ntia o se oko defend the papa no e wo mreko papa na amu ntimi anka no ani age into onye fit so betena public accounts committee so how the speaker will deal with that petition nasem but we bibia medembo aboa no akai asemo America any nipa kra meka na asemo yi Reverend Amishadai could not tell his age ni nyina ne say na wadi 60 no ama atwam wadi 60 na broso onim say 60 no Ghana ha ne public employment speed limit udu 60 ya untimi nkobiem agisem ampani no ama wo contract ya tworo akere extension ya de ama wo Reverend Amishadai didn't have a contract from the Kufuor government contract extension yet na infie mienu abeto so na oda so da GRA ano ana ne time atwam civil society organization be a friend of Movement for Truth and Accountability e peja Reverend Amishadai e de no koma ahraje say papa yosofo osanso eye adwuma as GRA commissioner nanso amana sofudie an guide na dwumadie boni bia koso o GRA eye procurement breaches omususu se otomra ne bebre inti shraj enye hwehwemu last week here a shraj report on this matter by openia ode asem no koto shraj anim etimen chances ya oye the convener Truth and Accountability Movement or Movement for Truth and Accountability Joseph Bediako sanso emo ofa over memo aha
me jozo me na bibi
boko de
oh me hoye
na o last time akodu nkwa eda ben
oh as me yaka country mo since
koya che wo hu
February
since February this year
maka country mi ampa
wow
but nanse kwa no musi new chief of mine no bwa ko sen kam ko bet so me kasi be small eye surgery binti ma
pa na se wani ni e
oh is there and
they say you hini
about 90% is there
oh ye de nyame ase
kam komoroko akoye bet komoroko koye wani na is also a review
okay and also a kafofo
nti na half na boye na
say half na so my fine
perfect
nice one
was a kana be
oh say no dey of our wani dey oboa wani ni wakoma ubenya bosia de bone fire
because be me na negligence me started 2017 retina na me jija me wan man ba but oh you see there
de nyame ase de nyame e say your hene your man hene wo
right hene
dun call my hene
we dey come chiri on so politics ni ade
yes kroma no mahi ahene bia ni mu a politics ni mu
say o ha na akofo na ba be dia de na afi oba na want to align himself or herself to the new government ni ade nti sa na ye fa no nti me wo see new bampo nsim no well bibi na mo bi na wa na ye de akwakobo ano nti over sanity
na mo petition mo de come ashraj boyen e dey na Reverend Amishadai ya mo de no come ashraj e ma ene shraj abane no ana omo recommend say yem ban papa no from public office holding any public office and Shraj is also recommending say yemfa kujina mbrenim. What is the case at the assembly importe?
Oh, what do you make here a chief when you man say my feel? Because say had me fee nti me no e agree media for me bring enemy.
Correct.
But GRA asem no I must be honest with you. Say me will be a man of principle.
That's right.
Brigadier General bi about so na anan. Omonya commissioners since I mean we to my time up to date. Me say one Canada moa.
Okay.
Ono so jeni.
Yeah.
Ana brigadier anan. Ana one say do okona say.
Okay.
Perfect.
Say aya na
wo mu doso be bribe
customs division e time former
soldier one soldier ni no. Brigadier anan no. One Canada moa.
You're correct.
Perfect. ansa na Basidu okay. Madam for enti no oyobia na minimum no so spoken enti Jerry sensem no we no onimu but was me discuss here my positive kakra say because omomu no he but also what say in my life city here na me say mensesa
so they say in China say
san me tie enti me tumbo ase na ma chichi me say dey bia me that obi an that ho
okay
wo mo buy kura no fufuro ho
sir
oh na me dey
e bia san chance so Reverend Amishada ye den
no ade a etima koma say na omo ye bibina churo komo ma no ma rubbish no
okay
until they don't take me serious. But mind in your office in this area, you're 2 lawyers. Until we say as a you're relevant to them. Until contact no no the ma can company can no money you
or ma company be contract
so supply cars.
Okay.
And you know woman another company so mu si dan a GRE head office. Benepson,
okay.
Baumia fee, on my dear, no more we. Or some another, no more year, no, Nina, no, kiss in the case dorsal. Until men want to say, Inquana, you're winning, you're winning. But near contract or the Mayano. And one saw Franco for now, say me one off from Barabbage Macoque. One fat, made a reporting of a brother, one
for procurement,
one yeshi, and one saw the more.
According to Shrage report, no, na GRE 4% motor cars be.
A piece of vehicles no.
Okay.
Now report to name and workers who change the ma a bit take it time be brief.
Best summarize them.
Intino case in the quano, but discontinue case in higher check. Me sound call SP one yojuma. One case in I'm born in no cases best 6. Some percent case in the court. No say thank God. Anna
Jomahama by Anna.
And one maybe imagine say me am use sick my hold in there I can pay maba. In the case I'm discontinued the I know we do we no the report to the buy. SPD na dey no go so but because in a court and this peninsula be boame. Nam the case in a court.
You feel vindicated after
yes,
that?
Yes. Because now say before no other people no papa num in some kind of evidence no go be no mas in the case I could go case in no your room office home.
Case in the office.
I mean my office that's where I met my chiro, met mo bia me attract mako. The office ni. Only say yeah MFTA na bo nti wan hwe bibure nso uko ye ne bold a movement for truth accountability a
eni beba
wa ko tisamai enti no odi contract ko mo bi a say offer due process nso na report on the bad ba come ni anye ho I must be honest with you me challenge you mo de motorcade $50,000 2022 Saturday top Prado one motorcade
moto baako
one motorcade we di nanim otono awudomi
dispatch bike
dispatch otono awudomi Kofi bi one more awudomi Honda for no
omo mtonton moto
awudomi run about
okay
ai woman so muni asem
okay me
bo kono say ye ton onu kaka se bia
nti apart from cars na according to Shrage o breachy procurement procedures in fact Shrage say o mislead public procurement authority
yes that is how it was
na omo emano authority say onkoye single sourcing
yes.
Meanwhile enema odi koma PPA I no ntobo ma no authorization so onkoye sole sourcing no na enye no kre so opache say apart from cars na otoye no osanso koto motorbike
sa ne treso sa okoto motorbike me say investigator madam for
na no na enka report we
enka report no makenka na ena dey me because
ena osu di ho yawo
me di ho yawo $50,000 one motorcade
ebi omo hu hwe
oh an investigator and say na me ni din sa so because me busa no ko say o makoho akohu bu ni ade
moto ba ko $50,000
ba ko pe ekomi single one
moto brum
sa wo ma o mutunto cars ne ayi moto for Honda for no o munya bibia o o ro chi mo fa me say na Honda for no wa ayi awudomi estate onde no maye o ba o to konso we was $10,000 we say more 50 onye
se me me piska
obi kraka amano wa so o ma me diskasa franka krama mo ara wa onko krawo ka enti ono ankasa no ono ne wuma ba ko fa dwule no wo mo ba no mo be ye na airtime be yem de so ya ba foforo be sa ba enti hwe no ma o kin ka report na wa che say eno ma bi ro ya he didn't deserve to be a suffer yes o copper batis say one day I don't share here for him the case for Saba and to one of the procurement breaches any price of the vehicle no ma be near that day or yeah I'm not sorry for hanging no
Shrage verdict ni say Reverend Amisha Dai, you disqualify no from holding
for 4
any
years.
public office for 5 years.
Is it 4 or 5? 5 years. Yes.
So any.
The 5 years is what? Some can ban no cry forever.
Oh, how?
Case him can say minimum the recommendation for Saba. Ebi Oyoko, Ebi OSP, and I see maybe package January. Massa the cases na sa court. Saji di nka ho. Saji na kodi atunu jero ntimire. Enti edu na court no ye na ye hwe se bia obenya no kwatete a na ehun so obenya no kwatete. Enti 5 years na yesen ko man ban for life. Ero no ma bi ho ye ya. Me mpese na me ka say because of brigadier anano. O di case na chi ye ba mono London so a odi eche den say biska bia kan bi won ba beje. Be mono London dey the brigadier anano hu asem. Very respected army officer. Mihuna so be a long term, very disciplined, very honest man. Mihuna on me kasa as a human being. Into my panasem, into maybe what my main sign could be but when the report comes then we know the outcome. But man, you
apart from this case, you know how many cases in that's what Shraj?
Obio, Dev Traku, and none of us Mussiniano, and also medical. To generators be or commis, Sakama, and also medical. Woman there be a Omakutwe bia ma papa baako ono si bank na kese ogana ha me pese bia be hu na mo be sa list we betuma budi obi fa en court papa we si dan tentente aburo san bank na wa ha omutwa half ma papa no so on for half e wa Chinese embassy jere for asase ankom do si dan ma custom commission division commissioner and residence anu twa half ma papa no ono si aburo san tentente gana ha me nko budi na wa akoye case no court anu man half to papa ni si dan ma wo mu Prime area, Chinese embassy, American embassy.
That makes it 3 more cases. When you mean procurement breaches are now?
But she said, "Ba kokra the airtime." Me catch the Tracy Kama company be 123 million for work no done. Shao, Ghana Hano, me
media say 5 years ban you sana.
Eh, so I think man for the case.
But also trema cases ni na.
Case ni na be daddy. Me ko fale January case ni na be daddy. Bi me say chief just abey. Me information menya say case bi na be travel more than 6 months. And travels more than 6 months. A fast track papa neko. And fast track to kana be speed up the cases near the day. And me no me say be o de onya near the day come ko PPP. In the case endorse we want don't to mention it.
According to Shraj findings, mamimbo e chief for na.
Oh, why not?
According to Shraj findings, GRA under Reverend Owusu-Amoah awarded contracts worth millions of cedis to 3 companies. Reverend Amisha Dai, as GRA boss, awarded contracts at 3 companies. Companies near Rono Motors Limited, Sajao Motors and Trading Company Limited, and Telino Ghana Limited. Date on this contract in my companies me saying 1st October 2021.
Yes.
Sa contracts ni na echo sole sourcing, single sourcing ti na competitive tendering. Yambie muso bia o ton cars bia mrambe bi. Na we any asemo commission can. The commission determined that the GRA TIHA misled the Public Procurement Authority into approving the use of single source method under dubious circumstances, contrary to Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663 as amended. Ahano commission say GRA for Edada Public Procurement Authority.
Yes,
and ma Public Procurement Authority for ma wo kwan say wo mo ankonko peki obi oton car no mo fa contract ne ma no. Instead of sanka enye company ba ko ne ton cars or Ghana ha to san come announcement now wa ugidi say o price you good o car of good quality emiti o specs no also wa kwa bedibi now so wo mo kodada PPA and a PPA car say oh the mobile can there ene monkoye sole sourcing. Investigations also revealed that Sajao Motors and Telenor Ghana had no verifiable business locations.
The attorney say,
"We na mumu nimu de da na as a civil society organization." Say companies na.
Amisa da na kasa de free wo mo.
Bebo companies na GRA do contract ma omo no. Omu ni address. Omu ni verifiable address how we go be chiru kan.
Address krata wo tro no wo kan kam de buy. Krata wo tro sign wo so no. One or sign no. If you phone so mean me ma. Can print by. One or sign them with address.
Meanwhile, address ni verifiable.
I mean, so one of from catching some address be answer so I believe. Rono don't say very Rono kwado only one you. Rono dear. If we because a Rono be I mean defend Rono. I will not defend Rono once a reputable company or not on the cars. You do friends say me brabaji say I saw the fire PPP or the fire in there on fan. But two na can there and the meaning but Rono dear or a qualified dealer or a mobile dealer or a Jumania daddy our address who can carry on an address. And me say one more dear or no free woman. I'm not dead man ma woman until one for you person ko rebi woman near daddy and no sign krata no or church run the more we supply we and you know there nobody can blame Rono, nobody can be who didn't in that team Simon now because what be all here na be no Rono is a very nice man here na be no into no there but one more can one there me him wo
two companies Sajal Motors ne telling no and na report in a say no money verifiable business address now report to Nessa Katuaso say. So the report is not indicting Rono, so on no address.
Very good.
Report in
very good.
Investigations revealed that Sajal Motors and Telenor Ghana had no verifiable address. It is two companies, you know, and no money address, and your Rono.
And Americano. But so we
indict Rono in this address matter, we indict Rono.
Very good.
But the report goes ahead to say, so two companies, you know, Sajal Motors and Telenor Ghana, no, are no money verifiable address, no. Almost enter into separate contracts with Rono Motors.
Okay.
For the supply of the same vehicles.
Okay. And the meaning. Mami maka kendi minim.
Unimeno. So
One baako ne say baako no
Sajel
there be Telenor no so mo abelempe because ye hu mu Sajel no so mo Accra FM kanto ensado ye kwa ye hu mu
okay
on say separate and obi an there but Rono there mapa say omo there decent omo do mo juma fine but ye call abelempe ye ko check ye investigation no ye call am say there's no company be or
that is established in the report.
Very good. And as to say Rono na ma Womo enter in there.
Okay, so this is it.
Very good.
Idea way Cambry be.
But what say?
Na ne kanini. GRA afraid two companies at the contract mom so supply or more cars.
Yes.
Two companies na GRA free or more contract no Rono kan. But sa two companies no any Rono koya agreement say Rono and supply or more cars. Which means that Telenor Ghana any Sajal Motors no omu ni cars omu betimi supply to GRA but ya mo contract so omu supply cars na omu akọ Rono any Rono akọ sign separate agreement say Rono supply omu cars na GRA agent.
That is correct. That is the point.
But you get the point.
But me
so only capacity to Telenor any Sajal omu ni capacity to deliver cars to GRA. And so your mom contract so cover cars.
Correct. But when the contract was being signed or given, no, but no, omuchro, let me maroon some supply we, Sergeant supply, Telenor supply we.
So this is the point.
So how the
best when they say, GRA the contract in three companies, you know. Okay, Rono supply this number of cars, Sajal supply, and Telenor supply. But the report in the case here and say. Telenor any Sajel.
I don't call you contract, no.
What's your mom and saying now contract?
Sir, this is what we know.
Telenor any Sajel. Rely on Rono and some of deliver hormone cars Nigeria contract.
Well,
which means that those two companies any capacity so mobile deliver cars to GRA. Yet a more contract. And it is Anka Rono and more when you committee supply cars.
Well. That is how they report. But you are saying, some report to Nika. And I'm not disputing what you are saying.
Okay.
But contract no all sign. Let me say, you know, bachelor, or throw away the own supply, or throw the own supply, or throw the own opportunity. Now, if you say in your letter, if you say, be a contract near three.
Okay.
Yama back, Yama pay back, Yama so back.
So that is what it is.
The Santi, based on that, I say, but Tracy, Obia location.
Sanity, here are my companies, me and contract, separate contracts, so many for Casimra.
But I didn't know, no, Omuni address. Woman address na amisa da momo a contract.
E ka ho bintina report ni say contract no e fraught with can I say fraud and corruption. They use those words. Now I had chiremu kakra. I say the contracts Shraj said were tainted with fraud and corruption.
Yes.
And now almost also inflated the price of the vehicles. And now a man or mine ball cut to the tune of 8,871,933 Ghana cedis. What the call dollars? $826,551.
Yes, any cedis.
Shraj held that as head of the GRA, Dr. Owusu-Amoah bore ultimate responsibility for the irregularities that occurred under his supervision. Quote, the respondent, being the entity head, cannot escape liability as he supervised its execution. Near adewe nyina chire ene se GRA ma contracts miensa to 3 different companies say almost supply cars ma 2 of the companies any address and so yam contract no nti e fa ne sanka omo deliver contract ni nyina no mo dwane ya akohwehwe omo en muni insurance bia 2 out of the 3 companies no omo ni capacity omo betima supply cars nti one of the companies yamma no contract ni bi and omo ni no koye a separate agreement. Nti mabe as was sublet contract wakwaji contract and ode bra wo se wo yema no
akwa say dabi omusi na denta one of abi omusi na denta ana
who are the directors of these 2 companies?
Omudi wom igbeni ni omudi wom but me problem with the reporter me sakin kan no procurement guy na fully no he was not indicted.
PPA ni nana.
The GRA. What mean that no?
I know see a very big point.
One quite can womugum said there was no contract between one page 141. One also in that Mr. Die. And somebody my lawyer is telling me say one question come in that no because
now a procurement officer.
And the other thing who say what deceive as only Mr. Die na muko deceive
PPA for.
Yeah. Don't mean that no. And
that's a big issue.
The big counter here.
Because you are dealing with technocrats fuel corruption. But what if
but woman the company free finance by GRE so much hard in the call.
Woman they go back to finance.
And yes was say you know the lawyer they know me lawyer no so on TRC.
But as a procurement officer was supervising this level of procurement breaches there. Adena you indict opinion or down
the big counter here. I don't see another loophole any woman farmer Honda no dey no.
And Shraj was silent over the role of the procurement officer.
Who can we now can 141 or no follow Nico was even indicting Amisadai. So I'm follow due process when I want that. But the good yes,
now one follow due process. One I procurement officer. And you okay, so when an actual letter come up PPA say omomo single source authorization.
I mean the meaning that I'm sure say about Amisadai. I'll stand to be corrected, but me share sir or no be sir. Enti omo no de me si ro no de wo ye obi anim no ton ne car. Wone ayi sa company mo ayi fen say ayi awudum ran about ton one day. Me say ayi plan bi na bisa da ye no one afro so ba beji kokko so pray. For price say to so. One contract bo musa man ko fu mo jium ska be 123 million Ghana cedis. For work no down. 123 as a media for no munim sikam.
I didn't know him.
Na sa o kan sika na 100 million visa bia ma buy na me say G500 be called lunch bia munim sika. Media for kan na munim
sika say.
Na munim sika mu a ye bo sika 10 million Ghana cedis, 5 million Ghana cedis, 20 million Ghana cedis. Yeah, na sa
say breaking it down na man for hu ne kesa.
Sanity. Ento me say munim sika na say munim sika man go school because ye kan sika say 100 million Ghana cedis a. E so to me chirem.
Ni sika ketua.
We are about to.
Yeah.
$31 billion. Yakoje am sika say.
Na Ofa, another vindication.
Okay.
Me strategy dey fi eto nchen a. Another thing o group no fatu mo ho so a mo di akire abetodwa ene ama finance minister a confirm it. I feel we no di ho nkomo. The case of tax evasion and money laundering are a course between the year 2020 ba na me pese etie finance minister na kakra bi na me kai amanfo na ye woka ene nkomo a ye ba bi DCCA.
Expose a staggering abuse of import declaration forms, a tool meant to support legitimate trade, but now hijacked for illicit transfers and tax evasion. Mr. Speaker, between April 2020 and August 2025, over 525,000 transactions amounting to an equivalent of $83 billion were processed through ICOPS. Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, these amount of $83 billion were transferred expenditure controls and reaffirm this government's unwavering commitment to fiscal discipline and transparency. The Speaker, we have identified an abuse in the use of import declaration forms, IDFs. The Speaker, I'll give you the update. Right, Honorable Speaker, our investigation into Ghana's import system exposed a staggering abuse of import declaration forms, a tool meant to support legitimate trade, but now hijacked for illicit transfers and tax evasion. Mr. Speaker, between April 2020 and August 2025, over 525,000 transactions amounting to an equivalent of $83 billion were processed through ICOPS. Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, these amount of $83 billion were transferred from Ghana in the name of imports. But surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, only 10,440 of these transactions were linked to actual imports. Mr. Speaker, an equivalent of $31 billion in transactions were transferred abroad with no goods imported into the country. Mr. Speaker, this leaks bleeds our reserves, weakens the Ghana cedi, and deprive the economy of resources that should have been used to build schools.
EpaHoaDaben.
Utie the finance minister na emro kind of budget no ahanamo in fact official so can import declaration form and I'm tenacity because I have dealt with this matter extensively. As someone finance minister can say your companies or my mua womo e kwakofa niema fiama no ne aban hye ne say e wo say okọ Ministry of Finance okọ Ministry of Trade
correct
now okọkọje import declaration form eno na wo de kire eniema a okọ akọkra de aba
perfect
ne dodoɔ
perfect
sika wo be hia wo de be akọkra sa eniema na ba wo be fill form no de sa details we nyina hyehyɛ so
Bank of Ghana
na based on sa form no na Bank of Ghana ebe release dollars ama wo a what they be call so the quack man. Finance Minister say companies womo anam sa kwan yi so asesa dollars every year mai mu akwa bruchire so mkofa niema ba eniema na ama sika no so a ama bebre. Now muntie ha mame on the 8th of April 2021 Ghana Revenue Authority the rejoin Dabi Babontene. Na rejoin na no mo de bae no. Na omo se omo de tinetine nsem bi a Movement for Truth and Accountability aya press conference aka afa omo GR for ho. Nti omo ka se omo attention ya twe omo adwene asi press conference bi so na press conference ni mu no omo ye press conference omo convene na team animu allegation say 1,200 companies ena omo evade taxes
98.9
omo ye under invoicing asanso aye money laundering ena GRA say entisa companies no kura no omo nye 1,002 no mo hwe mu kire so omo ye 2,000 enti omo so omo aye hwehwemu me person shade bi nso come ayi movement for truth and accountability ka say 1,200 companies and aye tax evasion and invoicing and money laundering near finance minister kan wan asem no
pepepepe
na yen twi wo mo aso and Nigeria say entisa intimunti Nigeria kan the GRA wishes to react as follows. In 2020, it came to the attention of the authority that multiple import declaration forms, IDFs, issued to importers have been wrongly used for other purposes. IDFs issued by the Ministry of Trade and Industry can and indicate the type, quantity, and cost of goods to aid commercial banks to transfer funds and is a regulatory requirement, I beg your pardon, for reconciliation with customs documents. Inti what the import declaration form to her. Now customs for and so any more documents are was say balancing na ne oka se okofa aba no ebo ano pepepe. Now so omo say omo sa reconciliation no details say what import declaration form no so any customs for documents mu no na ebo ebra na tie almost say a multi-agency team. I have to hear me pa because Financial Intelligence Center and Yoko have a role to play in this matter. Omoka say a multi-agency team was formed in the third quarter of 2020 with members drawn from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Finance, GRA, Financial Intelligence Center, and the Economic and Organized Crime Office to carry out investigations into the issue. Tieho, the team's initial analysis of data on record from the commercial banks against customs data for the calendar year 2019 uncovered approximately 10,000 unreconciled documents from over 2,000 companies with funds transferred in the region of $1.8 billion. Omo say, Omo ete basunkuo, na basunkuo no nye individuals. Ministry of Trade, Yoko, GRA Nankasa, FIC, Financial Intelligence Center, say Omo nhihye sansemu mu, no mu hwe mu no. Omo the commercial banks data because okwaji import declaration form no na BOG bema uska what the call bank omo je commercial banks ni data ena omo hwe mu edit to import declaration form no ho omo hwe ye no omo hu se in the year 2019 enko approximately 10,000 unreconciled documents from over 2,000 companies. Sika companies no asiphoni anase omo ye free omo mu dollars dodo a omo ye free omo ni mu e dia kwama no ne some de kokra niema a niema number sika no so amba e ye $1.8 billion. 2,000 companies. Yes, share over 10,000 documents mu. Ye no. Ye hunu ni se sika dollars a every oman we mu akọ through money laundering. Eye $1.8 billion. We afi ba ko pe. and no na finance minister eka ye say eye no kre na sa krono boy eka ho bi na be hye memini mu ya sa krono boy ka ho bi na Ghana cedi no awon twetwede over the years na GRA etu anamon bi GRA say given the volume of transactions involved, several batches of importers were questioned. The initial findings were as follows. We had 10,000 unreconciled documents from over 2,000 companies. Na etwetwe aso. Enti omo yese omo ni importers nankasa ebedi nkomo. Omo initial findings omo hu ye bi nie. IDFs, import declaration forms, used to clear the goods were different from IDFs used to obtain foreign exchange. Pacho asma mekano, I'm not dealing with tabletop businesses ne bojua business. I'm talking about some of the companies you work in.
Happy FM.
Some of the companies are all respective or pa. Companies ni be a multinationals, it be a locally owned. Companies ni be ajidin. Adia womo ye a money laundering. Na GRA say omo he volume of transactions no. Omo ye say omo be ye hwehwemu bi na hwehwemu omo di kan ye no mo hu say import declaration forms are omo kwaji ye no a different from import declaration forms are omo de kwaji dollars. Enti ni okwaji wo trade and industry ministry hono a different from the core Bank of Ghana. Almost sounds to say initial discovery some year quantity of goods imported was less than the values on the IDFs issued. Your friend no under invoicing. Also kofa niema 100 aba. And so niema dodo a wo twere wo IDFs so no, wo IDF no so no. E wo form e chi niema a wo de baaye. Inti se e paper no so nko ade a wo de 20 boxes ne baaye. And so ebi a wo de 100 boxes na ba. We twa number no so. Almost a single transfer of funds for multiple imports and multiple recipients. What the $10,000 cost of the kofa bruni we wuntadia ba? Sa $10,000 no bruni we wuntadia nkwan de betimi dia ba. Obitimi the import declaration form so the kofa mpaboa. O sansu timi the that same form na e de kra ntade e de kra tere e de kra mpane e de ba. One import declaration form it me come multiple service providers. Almost also who say transfers on behalf of importers by forex and informal financial sector operators in suna ekosopa opeso transfers kaso de kokra ba through the banking system pe. Now some who say importers ni bi ene forex bureaus bi gawo for ni bi abochi for no edi dollar hudwa etia Ghana mra almost also who say funds ni bebre nso aye transfer through the banking system no involved bank staff na sa bank no staff no omo transfers kama nkrofo a omo nya importers so won kwan ya dollars no ya dollar ne fa so dwane free kurom a na GRA say omu sa na ma we nyina no team no say omu be develop procedures bi a edi be sisa enema we ano kwan ewe me be se mesre finance minister say ma on kan say ena ye sisa de na no kwan tokuro ni nyina ya plug ni there bi companies na omo yes anyema we nyina are known. So if the finance minister can put a figure to the number of companies some money laundering we are, then he knows all the companies. Jobedi ako, we are one of the cases musomu from the year 2020.
Spend a lot of time and money, energy, the toughest investigation, a lot of money, time.
And I have all the companies in front of me.
Yes. Woman, you don't go to be to me. That's how you go to. Are you go to
98.9
former Attorney General?
No, what a chronicle.
A court.
Aye. That's what you say.
GRA ka say mo figure na mo di 2,002 no.
2,000.
2,000. Difference no akosi saying.
Me na me say na omo fa ye movement nya hwe. You see omo ni abom so. Enti na utro mo kra me o letters am tro mo wo mu say e pese hu di se na case nko mu aye. Enti aban ba na me say me tro call right information. Na o my reply.
Okay.
Enti reply mo di my no ka na say we call right information for so omo di matem ni o matem. Pe figure no mo di ba ye no.
Because most say 2,000 companies and among who saw my yes and I'm not sure come right information for say
breakdown and it's cow magic. Maybe it's cow magic documents of
response almost the ma requesting in here
insult
almost say importers audited the year 2021 only 34. Importers audited 2022 158. Importers audited 2023 153. And audited in 2024 203. That brings the total number of importers audited to 548. And now almost say importers be no case no special case. Enti omo de sa companies in case no Emma Yoko.
I know you're saying
537 companies.
Continue.
Ena omo chro say importers transfers are omo ye in USD. And I said transfers by importers below USD. And I said $100,000 $222.
Me try July command me this and say mono on the case be impese me the information breno me package bibia ana wan be share panel bi papa ba ko no te me mondin o kan no o say sena Florence a year for trouble na insult because to be the normal 100,000 buy it's not worth audited also ka say some time back
yeah okay me you know how me tell
so be a kram 90,000 ba no you be the tax o say yeah
o say
when the man was angry
when you mo tro ha o say transfers by importers below 100,000 USD. Not just say importers are almost transfer near a war below 100,000 USD. 222. Nigeria trust say almost worth auditing because amount no amount involved in dream no mo ye no isa.
Me see a panel no.
In Kofua tax evasion. O say esan say omo importing near below $100,000 in Tino. Omo no we audit omo a ehu hia.
I will not mention their name. They were angry because finance mistake. Me the big crap pisuma omo man back on na sufita oh we say akra no be hu ni pakro no. He was even surprised about the way I mean all these documents. The prescriptions for you omo audit omo the buy any ade nyina me the ma papa no. Me pa choko I know you say
222.
Yes, continue.
Inti that brings the total number of importers to 1,307.
And a man who say, me de letter which one say, I don't say 2,000. Now the web was so much did you at them?
O say 2,000 companies.
Aye.
And now over your dream.
Aye.
Now your RTI request to say my breakdown of the companies are one my documents covering only 1,307. What's 1,307? Every 2,000 more casing.
About 593 or so.
Some companies no more.
Happy FM 98.9.
So also call to no me ba.
Oh yes. Court to force them to bring.
Last time we kasembi. Na me transit na madwe no mum hyehye me unim Bismark Brown and Wife Company mokoje ADFs 2 ana mokra no ma 120,000 Bismark Brown and the same wife mokra no ma foforo and so 200,000 why do you tell me say
the same the same transaction different transactions
say my share list ni ma countless say we say multiple names bi na dade be mu a we mu ntia say ohwemu a you say be dia kwansan ba ko yekra 200,000 ba ko yekra 1 million what make it say
a different transaction different now say one company etimi multiple transactions and each transaction must be treated on its own merit untimi nka say a company ni dinti a repetition
okay it can be if that's the case o ma ye hu o da bi sasa zo mo kan dia o ma ye hu but January ye kokoto a hono na de asem ba no see the court no nya de court because you be court to the finances akaye yenso ye evidence ye nya ye start be 5 years ni yenso de aba no se court be to atwene de a ene court ye court ni asem bia enti FIC for there no ye chokoma FIC no ana right information churo FIC omzo mfa maye mensaka
so according to
FIC for there na mo no London
hono se achiremu ye according to documents no GRA ka say Oma refer companies bi to FIC any yoko
tell me do buy no what did letter churo buy no what did my right information for no and right information churo koma FIC for say we provide this names no
and FIC for so say security information tenya de omo de bema
mensaka
Happy FM 98.9
ade na FIC for ma RTI no
mensaka wa ha olam Ghana family for nyina wom wo so police wom olam Ghana family for nyina wom wa man nyina wom won wetin wa court won wetin wa court why so wa court family olam Ghana nyina ne wo mo be tu no nyina mo di wom yɛrɛ kɔkɔtɔ anu mu nkɔnkɔ tutu sika ma jɛji fɔ na so sɛ jɛji fɔ bɛ pɛnɛ sɛ Ghana hiɛ sika JD mba na hɔhyehyɛ 90 fɔ hɔhyehyɛ wɔn nyɛ sika nye project no wo ba wɔn nso nkɔgye bisia bi a wɔ foreign external yi na ya blacklist wɔn ntumi nyis na wo pisika de ayɛ na jɛji bɛ 31 billion bi aba no ato agu jɛji bɛ yi mesaka list no
enti
mesaka list no
na FIC sɛ ɔmo release based on security reasons no wɔn saka wow
you mean why should I come and sit here and lie to the public
wo ha
we see but any pendrive no fee we the mathematics no who be quite special
document ni so
na ka say uka ni aduma na mof na here people don't take the mark we want to take no obi entufo bi akokot om de wona boy ko to be hu na ye ni kon ansia ga hwana be taka chobi say hwana be taka chobi so be hu obi kuruma say
wafa sika nyunu okurum ha o
tiwana ye di court wan ye di happy fe ye di we kokoi wan o di wan the court ko tutu mbo afo ne nkofo so mfa ma ye saka eni me saka ya me nya pen drive na ma twa ko mba Spain mama no masani ye na ma no
ofa no de hu here o de
no so twa mba no say u vi e tata me be ye fi mi sam ana so be ye ya say no documents ye say mba no ya ti special
wo ahotoso se pepre ye be koso osasi be magana enya ni sika wasi enya free sa company sinyina
I say the case dey kono ye dey ko say 31 billion no kana ye no say ye report 1.8 enti eni nkrata ni enti mo ma EUKufo ne F54 no eni jere for my breakdown o mo so wanya 1 billion company say na etua
Happy FM
mo nkyere kana woni yimu EUKufo mo mfa F54 mo mfa 530 we na mo ye de ma mo mfa mara 2 dia mo se aka no 593 no sa company na dento wo mo nto mo ye de amanfo mo di anka we ho ama mo mekere they bring it so mo se bia multiple one no mo kan e din ne sene adade a se court wo de e benya tam ne ahwe se BBN san mo kra no ma be mamiensa se na multiple mo chuchu ne adade a no ma kam asem enje de case mo court company wo kroma no me ade a me san na me ne Ghana company sika ho me person ko mo survival but some of them on PR no ye true no ni no ma bi na da because obi anso obi o maza we are ready to fight we are fight here and we want to threat na de bebre survival entinya de bi tena wo say sika we nyina nko wis nkomanfo because me dey ntia kojo tumbo afo better office near to letter say all reply FIC ya jere for na de ba say ya mambo say ana antia afo na cha bon say mo ma yehu jere me choko mo say mo ma yehu companies no do mo tua And also my breakdown figure now I'm company be and say we BC the one that we are saying what we are kasi anyway. But when you get to the court January, they will bring all these documents and how can
Joe be the commander say we.
Me that's over.
Na my show well.
Company for the person contact me, how contact now. With me busano. Until you na work me the documents be bro. So can we miss and can na be the no dey based on 1.8 billion in the air no. Dia ka no me no share meeting no mbo be system no me need the whole documents. E be 400 billion no transfer here. E be 300 billion. Me no catch all. But
that's it. FNC Hana Yenton Kobono so. Joseph Bedia call a convener movement for truth and accountability. I'll take a break at this moment. Me kona me ba. My very good friend visiting all the way from North Carolina, Wabagana. Now, Owaha for a very brief visit. Or maybe or KNUST. There is a big event coming up on KNUST campus. Na no nti en pese me di nkomo ne se eba AI a otekasa ne pa oti AI kasa 98.9 AI ohumi AI oda AI ohye AI ni bibia AI me sure kwase bi kra chip bi she ni tirimu ba bi kra no na mo ano. Well, my focus is AI penetration in Ghana no eso nani ana nanu ya na the Ministry of Communications launch Ghana's AI strategy. We'll find out from him. Are we proceeding on the right track? Areas being AI betimi abua Ghana. Unemployment, education. Agree Ghana, yeah, the kakra. We're told about betimi about 28% in terms of AI penetration and now core into the agri sector. We'll deal and have this brief discussion now. He's a very busy man, but when you Ghana say or some channel neja be squeezy nuggets kakra edi free the moon. Dr. Kanse will be joining me pretty shortly. I'm back after these commercials. Maybe see
Eura, me pacho brana me sha de wo bagi.
Bra, aden, enan so biem.
Hey, time heba me sha ya me kan say yi ba kun, anu wayi me ensen.
Bra, sanya time heba me sha esia jimi ni me fie fo enya de abako ebeso yen.
We de udi se ofa ni nyina.
Time heba me sha me kasa me di one dance ya heaven ena de me kwa akopie. Enti se malaria we draw ne time heba mixture.
Enye enu nku o, de nanum ato a wontimi anidie no. Time heba mixture duro no ena ye ma wo. Oba a wafa afuro de o ma akwada no fo. Ene akwada woni mfie dumienu entimi num aduro yi bi. Se obeto aduro yi bi anoma, hwe se wakọ hospital anase lab am ye hu se wo a 3D malaria yi bi ansa. Se o petam heba misha enuro dudu atu a, fo ani kire KNG Herbal Center ewo Emrom Abidjan House. Ana ba akoso wo Atonsu Monaco Junction.
Eno echi ura pharmacy shop, chemical shop, any herbal shop dudu na mu a obenya bi ato.
Fre 0244 417669.
Kayo time no TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziba ewo mu no betu akọ.
FDA ahwe adwadie nkrato yi mu agi atomo se eye.
Efri nwan hini ekosi nro efri haban ede konkwa Ghana bibidro di tumi esori ahwodene ene nukremu ebre no dro se ye de Ghana Herbal Conference de di kan kra ebro jumadie ebekoso December bosomene da etoso miensa ekopim enum ewo Prempe Assembly Hall Kumasi asemtitra ede jumadie ne so ne Harmony in Herbalism, Balancing Tradition and Innovation bra na bahwe akwan ahodo a ye bibinro na hunu nuru ahodo a yayo ewo Ghana ha nene adunsifo akukudan ene wonom a wo ye bibinro mu hwemu eni nkoma ehunhia se adwumadie wonom omaso yasene amiade bramo eye the Ministry of Health, Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association, GAFTRAM, Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, and the Center for Plant Medicine Research. Bomodia, nakwa befontin tankesi ene so www.ghanaherbalconference.com. DHE ewa befontin tankesi ahodo so at Ghana Herbal Conference. So pese obeda wunru awayo no edi anase ope baby a ubetimi di unro na sie ewo dwumadie na se a bomodia na frey ewo tetefo homa so 0202-222-095. Ana before forms ewo YFM Kumasi Inshaye so ben MTN Inshira FM anase Love FM. Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy.
Tovila Water Solution. Tovilla Water Solutions. If in a water treatment you define it, Tovilla Water Solutions. Technical support for your water systems, Tovilla Water Solutions. Water research deo, training deo, Tovilla Water Solutions. Water dispensers, drinking water supply, Tovilla Water Solutions. We dey provide safe water for your homes, companies, industries, communities, government and non-governmental organizations.
When it comes to customer satisfaction and professionalism in water solutions, Tovilla Water Solutions is the #1 in Ghana. You can contact us on 055-2490-864. We are located at Titegu, Accra, Ghana.
EpaHoaDaben.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Big go. Big go. Hey, number one everywhere you go. Big go. For the friends and the family. Big go. Big refreshing moment. Big go. For the kids and the adults. Big go. Boys and girls with a drink up. Big go. Everywhere the party day. Big go. We go mash up the place with the big go. Greatest in every battle. Big go. Big go. Big go. Greatest in every battle. Big refreshing moments.
Big old drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Chilium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Welcome back. Happy 98.9 FM. EpaHoaDaben Jumedie Enye. Now let me move on to my next batch of conversation. Now, you can catch us. Say I have a friend in town. He's based in the US. Now, anytime Obeba Ghana Biano may want the opportunity of radio or TV. I try to talk to him on air. Say baya eja nimdia wenyano oni ensubechibi. A lot of Ghanaians are doing wonderful things out there. Bibrewo US, Bibrewo UK, and they are showing a lot of talent and proving the point to say the black man is indeed capable. Na Dr. Okanse Abagana na ba oba Ghana hano. I'll touch on that briefly with him. Na me major area of interest, alcohol. Dr. Daniel Okanse, lecturer, North Carolina A&T University. Doc, aha. That was to say away off your busy schedule. Wait me joining me. Akwa so.
Yeah.
Boko there. Doc, be on mic in mami kakana. Yeah. How long me? Obaye?
Me buy Friday.
Okay.
And me, me my nyanko be our family around and all those things. So, that's all. But actually, you can say me a professor or A&T. Me a professor or yeah. Me teaching for almost like 1 semester.
Okay.
And I'm joining Intel. So I'm here with Intel as a AI engineer.
Okay. Intel, the computer manufacturer?
Yes, I'm computers like Dell machines now.
Okay, HP this animal. Wow. Now, and then I do about Ghana.
Happy FM 98.9.
Who invited me as a special guest speaker for the current ongoing graduation ceremony at Kosui.
University.
Okay. So College of Science or more program. I will be the guest speaker for the whole sections. Now, one more bioscience and then the physical sciences. So I will be speaking on those phases to the students.
Guest of honor. That's a big one. So tell me, for you, and then also say a Mark University, a picky was a guest of honor for this occasion. I mean, that must be linked to certain things you are doing in the US. I catch your attention. Walk me through some of them.
Oh well, so as I say, like I'm into the AI front.
Mo find chairman doc ni twi no suspect kakra. Nti ye de twi ni brofo no be frafrasa na eja unso yo can say Ghana na ni twi ni mu nti deda e na osan kwetena brochiri so aka ho nti o ha kranka still the twi ni be bubula bi there. Doc, so go ahead. You are into AI, yes?
Yeah, I'm more into AI, and through that process, we developing a lot of applications. Applications we develop here back here. Your friend know EFIE Pro. Now, EFIE Pro is a property management application. It manages properties.
Okay.
Until me reach out to the university bodies to see how best you put that in the university. So through that, I got in touch with some of the directors and some of the faculties on campus. And then when we started talking, they found it, hey, this guy is doing well in the States. And collaborating. So that is how come I'm here today.
Into what developer BBA, it's me managing property. Is that the point?
Yes.
How does it work?
So it started from this way. Me small
Happy FM 98.9.
So can I find a way I mean tenants to be communicating without having to do with me family member so
Oh, I see.
It's we develop here, so it have things like rating system or better rating tenants, tenants better rating owner,
okay.
For future uses. Okay, we move tenant move from another place to the other now. The homeowner can go in the system and say, kwa we okotena ha say one modern year nti me mano apartment man name. And tenants better review and say, hey.
If you're away
on general electricity bill, then so also be who say the performance is to say.
Okay.
So basically, that is how the and then you can also chat with my chatting with the tenant, only in the Bekasa. So it's kind of like an enclosed system. Only tenant be daily.
So this is an app, now.
Yeah. You were an Android and then the iOS also on the platform that you can also use.
Okay.
So those are the things now me young with you.
Okay, so property or Ghana or Abroche. Opese one or tenants kasa. It's just a matter of picking a phone and calling them and talk to them.
Yes.
Why did you need an app to manage property?
So as a businessman, you always don't want to be on a call with your tenants. So imagine say, like 100 tenants, and 100 tenants have to call you. You cannot take it. And also, no sort of obefra kasachel, but no can say we and really say bibia say one day more also koye because no man doors also.
Okay.
So, but our system say na ultimately chatty immediately or no beka say we na say because system no make me who say we need your mind was say me fix it. No mama na handsman ni alcohol no makoye den akọ ye hu adwuma. So in that sense it takes away you can deal with your own stuff while
Happy FM 98.9.
So in the future, you're thinking about adding agents, AI agents, and nakasa say ticket be bar, and maintenance request be bar, and nakasa be quickly asabiti to the relevant enhancement or system no more. I bet me I'll call mom say, man, we would you maybe or so okay mano.
It be a electrician,
yeah,
a plumber,
no
carpenter.
Anyway, na I have all those dispatching. So basically, dispatch to those relevant people now. And those are the things that we'll be adding in the near future to the system.
Now, how is it doing so far? Ghana, say US or
Yeah, so most of my our customers normally Nigeria for the mostly MP. It is a lot of Nigerians on the platform. We have almost close to like 400 Nigerians on use.
I see. Nigeria is based in Ghana and US.
Most of them like Ghana,
US. Okay.
US, and then also in the UK.
Okay.
So it's based on like they recommend you to other folks. Through that, the application start growing. But now, me feel it's about time. So I was saying from Miami Fee. Now, I was thinking I was starting from universities. So I'm trying to find a way. Once I Ghana the bureaucracy in the door. People will adopt your stuff.
Oh, but this one, private sector driven. I mean, you bet me there too. Now, the better center is a. It appears to be a very interesting app. It solves a lot of problems, especially absentee landlords. Properties but need how to manage the property.
Correct.
And you must say if you I just saw Ghana and who say until all this while tenant to Hanum na bathtub I say yen can't chire me and minim. So we real time monitoring of a property, and a sound so bridge a gap between the landlord and the tenant. Tenant nibit me the complaints are cut to I'm a woman. Now all solutions and so what have come before so solve it. And you say the next level and capital here and say you bet me a pool of artisans listed on the app.
Yes.
It say the property near say pipe leak here. You want to upgrade the system, say AI na bet me I should share a plumber. Ama wako fixes our problem no.
Okay.
But do you think say a bit jelly with local property owners? Omo Ghana ha, omo te ha, omo property. They may want to physically be there.
Yeah, so these are the questions now. Because me buy we buy like 2 years ago. Now me need typical once these folks now build these hostels. They are like they've no this technology to manage it and
okay.
So the trigger then they say this is a changing world and a reality we all have to accept it. Say accepting it now we will be behind in these fronts because it's doing cool stuff.
How big a deal is this AI drive?
I tell you what, that one of the formidable investment, especially if we come to the US, they are investing into it big. Saudis for recently, a lot of investment into the AI front. The whole thing is about efficiency, and comfort, and nipa that's an idea. That's where we are gearing towards. Yeah. Iti nipa na obeya dia ebema nipa anya hotono enu na obi ape enemre ebia base se de already pepe ya wa already wa he ya wo AI a ebetima summarize bibia o yenyina ama na ye ne to farmer wa you just have to email say ba onya 1000 email WhatsApp message about 1000 98.9 say we important ebetima flag ni nyina ama say what does it make you? It makes you to become proactive. Say you don't have to be spending like let's say 10 hours all the way. But basically now you are shrinking to let's say 5 hours, let's say 1 hour. So then you see our time and no from the papa b. So that man agents and nyama now summarizing to the right tax.
Okay.
And then make to the point whereby they can easily even respond to your calls for you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and like just imagine I'm a company. You were only like let's say 2 people who are responding to calls. Your customers are calling. They will say, "Unya agent ebe respond more the right set of answers," because they always ask the same kind of question again and again. So the question is, do you have to be answering the same question again and again? Can't you have a RAG or AI an agent ebe responding that same kind of question, to them? But the panel feel say it's a human being responding to the person, but it's actually an agent or no kasa in a more interactive way.
So how fast and now AI penetrating in Africa, and let me limit it to Ghana. So where the speed with which AI catch up where you are in the US and in the West in general, where Ghana speed, in Africa speed, who is saying?
Well, I would say the government need to invest a lot into this, because I'll tell you, like, if you see the number of infrastructures Meta, a building, and they are not going into nuclear, basically it needs power, it needs energy to do all these things. And if government can invest into like power, electricity, because you need that to boost to make this service normal run efficiently. And also you need to buy the chipsets. And like Intel some of us, we produce some of these chips. Companies like 98.9. Myself, Nvidia, Nvidia are the leaders in these chip manufacturing companies, one of the biggest ones.
Say, you can say advice government of Ghana on how I approach AI, apart from the investment you've mentioned, and even with the investment, Mami Musa, which areas and investments in core? You've mentioned power, infrastructure, but beyond that, the human beings are omobema AI and so. At the same time, human factor we so na AI is seeking to reduce. Na buying for nisika and questions so person or drive AI and also AI be a part of our national development plan. Beyond the power and the infrastructure, for na buying focus to get the right results.
Yeah, this is a very good question, Obisa, because the same question Americans no Obisa the same question. Say, okay, mama AI ebe take key ejuma, but mimi huno on a different level. Say. Replace a tekimo a mamu juma fufro. That is what it means. Say, maybe say, me a DevOps, nyamanso, like, who developers, my infrastructure is here on I was so being and making sure, say, the heartbeat of the, I say like Akuma, I was say, a pumpy every non-stop because a CV ubi. So, Nipana, being said, skill sets or like, let's say, we are typical person now. You just do like typing and all those things. No. You may not be doing the typing again. Probably so I don't and say, how do you find a way to create like a DevOps? Obey a DevOps guy. Who you man say, several years with say hey, who make sure say a was so a man on. And so when you say the Jumana
98.9.
Me say, me start here and I'm a typical software engineer. Like. But as time goes on, now you are transitioning, you are getting more informations. And things, I tell you, Google, Microsoft for the back and say VS Code. And inside it, they've added like things like OpenAI for GPT-4e and all the other competitors in the market. And it does things that I have to code myself. I just have to tell the agent and say, code the ade mami or code the mamia. Nankasa so and make sure say a running and my flow no a running clean. But me do and say I need to make sure say this thing is clean and is performing efficiently to me satisfaction. What does it do to me? I'm a medumano. I so. I'll make me use my dream. I dream papa. I'm a company na yeding. Akunenim. Because any day so me spend let's say 2 hours and I said 10 hours code. Let's say 10 lines of code. Something small. Not to make me spending only 1 hour. Let me use other ones na ye juma papa no. And never boy me. Maybe company you lay off a lot of people. But the question is say, are you changing like what environment or no? Are you adapting to meet that challenges? So we want to say like they have to invest more into the education of this AI. I think Nkofu are getting scared about it.
Exactly.
But the issue is that you have to embrace it. It is relevant in biology. It is relevant in chemistry. If you go to Eli Lilly is a CAE. Almost everything they are doing, they work based on like what's experiment. Research. Anyway, Excel sheet. Recently, me could be a friend of Dr. Ivo or Juma or an LLM modeler. Basically, nipa no just have to just type a summary of everything or
98.9.
There's a department we research we. Department we here also they have a common or like a PI.
Okay.
Or some fat two na or analyze no kase we. But our creative agent who type here say I want you to pick this few researcher or my no na me a summary say how do they what correlate. No mommy say experiment where I was saying code this direction. So you don't even need what a PI to be doing that. So PI you have to also dynamically change to become good in creating these systems now.
So you can save your job in the face of AI, but you also say also shift on kakra.
Correct.
So one shift on dia
yeah. The issue say open relevant in the society and one say mostly Ghana our job sector is always the public sector. But if you come to the USA, a private sector and they control everything, and it's about the bottom line.
Okay.
The quarterly, they have to produce billions of dollars. It's a billions number. Would you mind?
Yeah.
The question is, you have to be also you sana making sure the company generate revenue, so that also be keep with you. But I say, like we are not competing to. There's no competition.
Yeah.
If you created that competition now, and say, hey. NVIDIA for equity chips or GPUs and and I say Microsoft for the VS Code by the chatting a code my and then maybe you moving into that. So you eat somebody's market share. Now also very relevant because if there's no competition in a society now, you lose.
The previous government NPP started with STEM education and under the leadership of Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe together with Dr. Educhum. STEM education very attractive.
98.9.
There were a number of STEM centers across the country. We've seen a lot of girls into robotics and all of that. How should we approach introducing AI as a form of education? Right. How has the US done it? At what level in the educational ladder in the US, for instance, AI a part of their syllabus or curriculum?
This is a very good question again. So, when we started with school, now I me partake a lot into robotics. The Lego company itself, they have a collaboration with all the public junior high schools and elementary schools. So most of the time, I'm a judge as part of those things. So what do you do? See, AI needs a logic. The whole thing is logic. Say, obekoha, umano, a logic.
Okay.
So what makes it make it interesting when you introduce those things to Nkolanomo say, he's just doing what you ask it to do.
Okay.
If you build logics, no more say, because one of the projects, I remember one of the students said, she doesn't even know about anything about wells. Say, was a Ghana saying you're digging well like true bura. Until now, me introduce each and say, Africa, I did say, no, see, no, bet my project. I say, robot, no, I wouldn't fear about finds you everywhere, no, a bremo, mimi fee.
I see.
And so I help me buano.
Okay.
I half Ghanaian, half American, but let me call more. Friends say, because now my school I'm calling ANT, and now we normally do like one of the professors know your grant be from the states.
Okay.
It's your van. I call round so. It's your call rounds. These are the projects we work. They call K. First the K9, K4, and so K4 schools no more.
98.9.
So it makes it interesting, meaning that whilst you're sitting at your home, I can send my robots. And because yeah. Because it's always a routine stuff. Can you replace that with something that will do that for you? The location.
I see.
And that is interesting, right? So what does it do? It opens the child's mindset. These things no is possible. So now agent you don't have to even code again. You ask the agent and say, this is my logic. Create the logic and let the robots know any idea. Until now, no, he's not doing anything now. He's solving the problem.
Okay.
Or new code in the of putting the knowledge together to stop a person solving a specific task. Minyan could be a friend Felix. Felix say or with Intel or into process engineering field. No.
Okay.
He can easily or say uko your factories no musana. Robots movie all around. Antonio Juno say or track it the wear and tear of those robots. Say, hey, I say the because we are doing high precision, like nano way no also making sure the robot and all these are logics. And no, that is what he does. And those are agents who say agent never catch say, hey, we way of kakra me predict say adi ebebu.
Okay.
Inti now
ye
bibi now was my technician say onko no to machine no for and show product efficiency no it makes life very very easier for the person.
It reminds me of growing up. You grew up in Ghana, so you can relate to this. Without any training in robotics,
Happy FM 98.9
milk don't throw a cars. Without any training in robotics, now you timid your friend is saying, my friend of aggress, we could the aggress and their kind of bungris was now ya car, Brunya, now ya kusi be persona saying we designed so many different things.
Correct.
I ask myself, say, if probably now you know about the future of technology, we sure Sanka Ghana for and Quebec the first to be champions in robotics.
Exactly.
When me yardini?
Me knew yardini, because Kunko Kasa.
We were doing amazing stuff.
Yes.
A big cry ma a mechanizing. Yet they also tape ghetto blaster, a dem sound system. Moto na a 10 cassette player. You tour. What the wires a can battery a channel.
Yeah.
You timid the engine, Emma, tontoro a car no Emma na light.
Yeah.
A year near my baby.
No crepa, mekaipa.
But Charlie, we've lost out big time. How can we retrace our steps and catch them young with and then kwadano man tontoro aso fanye bibi ko ntimi fanye? How do we go back retrace our steps? Na yen bible sad de no e wo yen kwadani mu.
It goes back again in the US, they started from childhood. And one of the things now me say now government or the states of
so a can mainstream education policy no
can fully you were like universities are collaborating say na a van like a big truck.
What they
didn't use schools no more. Into you call like let's say the private schools.
Happy FM 98.9.
That teach them how to see. A kid wanted to be able to know how to even do a 3D printing of let's say a ship or let's say a boat. It is what channel say they use SolidWorks. Now who say a printer? It amazes. Say
this 3D printing now cannot. A lot of Ghanaians cannot even imagine what 3D printing is. I tell you, Baby Crack cannot conceptualize it. Say, you see 3D printing. We bet me a print it remote way. Like, a baby design a paper the amount. You name with printing a paper or printer there also. You know, in fact, nipa ka crab in a was anim there no. Okay. The general populace are technology and kasankasa no ehunim de no form to the AI never can cry the nese one man for a confused crowd do. AI appears to be a very complicated subject for a lot of people. Is it not?
I want to say in complicated crowd. Like but now for people also think the same way. But me catch them say complicated. Actually no, me juma se siano. Ama me juma very very efficient.
Okay.
Mean code bebre. Mean throw lines of code there's thousands of lines of code. I don't mean catch agent and say ye mami. Ye we mami. Na me fa it does everything efficiently. But you know, as an individual, what you say, you need to form the concept. AI need the
only concept.
Only concept. Yeah, it will now say so. Yeah, say
So the AI cannot imagine. When I be imagination, na man.
We can say, oh, me go pathway. Recently, UT say AWS enya insembe baby. What happened? And they say that was what a rumor I was hearing. They say agent be
Happy FM.
Oh no,
98.9.
warning. They say who compile adibia. You warning. They say no, you don't have to correct it. It was like ojai, but who say warning or say oyede or correct no. Human is so important in this whole paradigm shift in our economy because see, agent need he knows as a like excuse me to say like or just like a robot or call. Uka chen say we are and one obey yes okay so on jaya obejai. Inti as I can say warning, you have to now tell the agent and say warning me can't just say start correct me. Warning no me penisa. Why are they? So all these things are things that you would have to also share as you go on and then become more proud. But I would say it's not a scary.
Is it really?
It is not at all any scary crap.
I'm for the AI and or amanone. But I say krum had your bar AI no timidi a video editing and then go be in the birthday, not the AI generate a picture of the home. But whom picture no right, but picture no class who say you on one kaseni. Oko TikTok AI is doing a lot. For you see AI when it comes to social media, video editing. I say yeah, hanomone no one day and I yes and huno.
As a matter of fact, that is the truth. Like so the issue in say what is the problem at hand now? Say you have problem at hand now, then that is how you solve it. And I'm catch us about the private sector in the US, you know. They always every day there's upcoming issues you wanted to solve with agents. And I say, you know, it's the opposite, right? Whereby we use it to what? For fashion. Entertainment.
Yeah.
But or US is basically for how do we solve, but they also do these things that I say, but there are more other things that
Enra, I will share a video with you and my viewers. Enra, me who video be on social media, TikTok. Na AI generated. Me who are then I'm say inti ye no ni ebetimi di AI na ye organa ha ni ana. Nipa no aye create an AI video of the president attacking the chief of defense staff physically. A very dangerous thing, eh? Yeah. And then I say I will bring this matter up. Obi who say video ni be am taking it serious. I shared this video with the minister in charge of government communications, Honorable Kwachu Fusu. Said this is the video I've seen, and government ought to address it before a bit create a certain impression on Kofa Joyce. I've shared a video with you. If you can share it with our viewers on Facebook, and it comes back to the same issue of possible abuse of AI. And also, some challenging areas we ought to look at.
Correct.
The possibilities of the AI, I'm misinforming the AI, generating hate speech and all of that. What are some of the pitfalls or what say as you grow into AI? No, you should be a rumor mill on the juma pa. You have propaganda here juma pa, and misinformation and disinformation are rife. How do we avoid the pitfalls? AI betimi LEDA into a certain stage betimi are negative for us.
This is a very good point. It's the US here. There are a lot of, especially in the girl child side.
Okay.
You know, there have been a lot of abuse. The current president, you know,
Happy FM 98.9.
Amfa nyama, inkofu baby amfa nyama antuye. So some things are like say in Kolanomo eputi Facebook Facebook messages are. Sometimes what they do is say they post their friends no with messages related to like sexual abuse new way anymore. So the first lady, initiates those things. But let me put it this way: in the US, we have another set of agents that make sure say these agents now those things they are well trained. They are not doing things for human beings. Me want a typical example. Uber universities now, in Kofu Yusu, agents need to write their let's say dissertation. But other people have also created an agent actually flag say we say so the opposite of it is also true. Say people are also developing applications it will be able to flag all these things. And these are also easy to flag because it's an agent that is developing it. That same agent at the back end you can also know say we are fake and not saying correct. So more about the universities you can never cheat them. Only run it through their agents say we even if it's a mass simple. Mass is supposed to be the same. Or my flag I catch you say even you see basically about copying ditto. And they say they can ditto. Or bet my flag and say baby are not wrong.
Mampening Joma. Well, before then, Joyce, I don't know if you have the video. Let's see the video. Okay, so guys, this is the video I saw and rap. Yeah, can AI once a me. Bra, muhadie. Obi at the AI, I generated this video.
FM 98.9.
I know some people will go on TikTok and see this video. Don't believe it. Or the AI created a video, John Mahama, the president, attacking the chief of defense staff physically. And so, me know, AI ni nyina na ye but ye hano Africa hano Ghana hano ade ebetimi di AI aye na ebetimi aseye de asem kese abrem me no me hu video we am send it to Kwachefusu so honorable wona akasa ma ban ade we mu nka ho asem ansa na nkofo omo level of understanding course no ato sa de we.
So most of the time we no say there are a lot of AI agents there are a lot of AI agents and other AI models me flag these things automatically.
Okay.
I believe say and then Renami who say Richard Nami who say Facebook for almost starting implementing some things a bit taggy.
Okay.
These
I think TikTok has that.
Okay. So
because on this video Nakasa no here actual AI generated.
Yeah, so they will
but
tag
many
it
people
naturally.
don't look at that.
Those tags no. I think what on kind of like Ministry of Information have to be telling people say
yes,
those ones that are tagged meaning say they are AI generated because they are the back end because they also at the end of the day America say almost you by heart.
Okay.
And we almost say in the balance now be who say now attack president. And they say we are Trump can sue Meta now with billions of dollars and they don't want that liabilities on themselves. So
there's an government of Ghana can take on TikTok.
Exactly. So basically, you can have say, hey, you need to be able to tag and then make it distinctive. Say a Ghanaian accent now, Odibe, or Ghanaian way, now they are telling her say we say so that it will be able to flag it up for your viewers or those who are watching it to be able to understand it.
So who
Happy FM 98.9.
In his right senses, never criticize the way. And for me, AI being good, no, when they are there about Kwayana Misro with AI. Because the young crop for never had no. Omontia say different. Almost so the way Omodi bit to Miricano. When you better not say, dear my baby. Pachomunin Frisu, Mammy. Now, Mammy Busa, President Mahama, this may be my last. Now, Mebusa, another one beam. President Mahama saw the AI be fighting Galam say. A possible CBT may introduce AI in a fight against illegal mining and how and in what areas now AI be possible aboy.
Oh, where the wabi sa sempa. Me name Nyankui ye share Pedro. I'm sure you know. Yeah, me ko share no. So
which Pedro? Kwame Asare. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's actually no. Me name other guys. We are developing. We are working on a kind of like a prototype.
Small scale miners,
a prototype. Yeah. What we did over there, and say what's it? Images.
Yeah.
Images.
Okay.
Okay. And images, no, you wanted to be able to process these images in real time.
Okay.
What we did was is basically using LLM models. LLM model, they say, okay, me try scan of this place, you know. Unim gota, unim ateche, unim unra, unim all those things. These are like standard stuff for unim. And it's a me take image, let me running it through, say, on check image, you might say, infa. I bet my catch say, I say, you know, food to
oh, sir.
Easily. But okay, say like government any budget assigned to those things yet, but it's all about the enforcement as they are doing right now. But there are infrastructures
Happy FM 98.9.
Let me check here now in the US in Ghana say Google doesn't update Google Map updating frequently.
Okay.
Like I say in the States and say I think every month or every 2 weeks be an update system so you see any activity that are happening on those locations and say almost see that what I say there within 2 weeks 3 weeks no more than about Google Maps.
Okay.
But I say you see that it take like a year and Google Map asati epic that is one of the biggest challenges I ever face. Say you are being implemented, but you can equally work with the European counterparts. I met the US Ghana say a dedicated server, and almost a dedicated satellite, and like every 1 hour or every 2 hours area update, or maybe like you can tell them say okay you want a specific zone. I say we in your camera be in the all the two baby Google Map it is scanning every 3 hours, I say every 2 days, based on the contract you have with whatever company. Now, or scanning on you choose like let's say a specific box range. Okay. So scanning, I say, mommy, not agent, scanning bar no faso because on no LLM no name say gata me name say we if ye and I name say we galamsey. Amna you'll be able to easily identify that. Kofu bebre you use this in accounting mini maybe or Cote d'Ivoire and Cameroon. Or person he wanted to be able to count the number of ukoba ufa bottle free count and or US or person who bottles are go free
the fridge
once our bar and then go for gin anymore more ye jumamano but omuwiano nti your camera
fridge no
counter no
the activity also ye 10 bottles of say a club say any club any club ni price into ona to me babe who say club 10 ye we say ni
and the camera is able to calculate brand and number
exactly so ono no tinifie no on hwe camera oba be hwe summary
wow
what I say on hwe camera bi mo hwe summary of
camera no apart from say picking images
or analyzing
or sanso analyzing no say me try video be 1 hour no 15 bottles of club and I ye every fridge anymore 2 bottles of malt in aton until at the end of the day your tongue e be 17 bottles name no emu say na emu say
correct
and you also be to introduce that concept and our technology in fighting galamsey
exactly that.
So from what you said it means that the Ministry of Communications, for instance, must begin to talk to Google when for no say you perceive the AI fighting galamsey you be here real-time updates of the Google Map. Say beya you be to be hunu baby galamsey ne course in real time and also send the forces cohort man near the Omako. Awesome.
Yeah, so the whole thing is about updates. Into agents no they will be you can integrate into as like these are all images. You can again as like we chat if new for a specific we try I know a far through AI no okay me who we ni nyina no me who houses are recently any ni my flagging ammo no one kasano what my say oh chale few we there me who ha 2 days ago if we find a buy it is
and AI never boy even with country town and country planning cry near there no hono mo say utu kwan 2 weeks be na community bi assistance here And with AI, we would be able to track all of these things and get to know. Very interesting. Wow. Anyway.
So maybe yet to see now it started like a fallow place.
Okay.
So that was where I started doing that research about the galamsey, because I'm perceiving who say before and after the building of almost see the anyway and how quickly Google for updating system. And I'm compare with what happens here.
Yeah.
Me say almost see that within 1 month, 2 months, now it's appear
on the map.
Because they just pick the geolocations of those houses. Almost see me but the geolocations of those on the map say
like to be rough forest reserve, not starting say O2. I need to my chair say aha 2 days ago now activity be anyhow and then obi about no more O2.
Correct. So basically, it's a geolocation. In geolocation, if activity be a cost or no read those things no to give you the picture will be changing.
Okay.
On the
say
first a grass.
Yeah.
But you see
activity about
I bear.
Okay.
What is going on there?
Okay.
So you see the contracts, and then the agent will be able to tell, say, oh, I bear idea. If you ever see here.
Okay.
In the state America no, but I say no, I bear no. There's a suspect because I said yes, obi in Sifio.
Then obi akọ clear honum.
Yeah, in Sifio. So I can say.
Interesting. Doc, you found common in si na me na wase na before I work on mesan busa efutu sembe na wo ma awofo me ma 3 categories be awofo parents, emebunu the youth, and are buying. Your last words to these people on AI and Sanya, sorry.
For me, as a mechanic, I grew up in a shaman, and mommy, like, she has not been to school before, but believing in me, say Charlie,
Happy FM 98.9
so strongly now, or invested a lot into me. Me jai school base 3 times.
Oh wow!
Secondary school,
skinny few.
Me share. Bijay, well, I had a skinny few, but basically no so
day.
Me moving from school to school. From school. Last when we were Olams.
Okay.
But she never gave up on me. So I would say to a parent, say, well, introduce your kids to new stuff. If only they are educated, now better introduce it. Like activities like Lego competitions that are going on now. They should let their kids get themselves involved into it. And challenge your kids more, because see, I always see the rate at which is changing, And that time, I can tell you, say, my portfolio I make it from the time I started here till now, it has changed almost close to like, if I'm not lying, like 8 times.
Wow.
Because when we are a new project, but exactly, you have to be relevant.
Send them upgrade computers and so also need to upgrade you.
Exactly. And then for the
parents ninya GD or money or opportunities, no more try new things.
Correct.
What to say robotics competition be banner colano so encourage the child to do and all of that. Okay. Correct. And now to the youth.
No, I think one of the things now I have realized for a fact, when even with those ones who are coming to this actually no, so once a while student reach out to me on LinkedIn and I'm a school or US and all those stuff. One of the things I realize here and say we always want to be fed by the government. We don't try to say we don't try to say create small products. Bet me solve maybe a little thing in the market. Adding so bet me be idea, but I think for me, if the government or if the government is not employing you, doesn't mean say the world has come to an end to you. One of my lines in my speech is say you have to be relevant, and the relevance is say you have to be able to collaborate with and then you keep friendship with those whom you graduate with or those who you are friends with whilst you are in school, and that will make you to learn and also collaborate and create more opportunities for yourself. I say if you learn and you also advance yourself now, you realize you don't need the government to feed you. You can also do your own things in a little way. Meaning, conform America, Ghana has say with Europeans.
Yeah.
With American companies. Me say me remotely. Me every day.
But all your Jumama companies be brave.
Yeah. So that is basically what I do. And the question is, you don't need to have a bias of a show, but you can also create an avenue, if not only in Ghana, but you can also create it in the Western world also for yourself. Being in the, you are upgrading yourself, or you are becoming relevant based on the product in the market, you will get it.
Our government wants to train 1 million coders every year. What is it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It's two ways here. Okay, coding is coding. Agent here coding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, agent does the coding for you.
So I say we coding.
See, from Python to C++ to Java to, and they can even do to a point whereby you see coder. Sometimes code, it may compute and it might store things in memory. It consume a lot of gigabytes of memory space. So one can code that but your company be say cloud, Sonnet. Sonnet almost AI model a code optimize code
Happy FM 98.9.
And
just space be code near kitwa a light optimize the code. So I say it's not about the coding, but then the issue is about you train the kids the government to train the kids to become thinkers. Okay. In thinkers meaning say, Charlie, how do I solve this problem? Say, okay, a problem about a few property management, the person is solving. Or Galam say, yeah. So if you become a thinker, you let the agent do the work. Okay. And you just make sure it does exactly what you want it to do.
So, we really do not need coders. Say, okay, this thing is possible. Then we give it to an agent to create. Now, they are solve a problem. No?
Correct.
And you think that is the way to go?
Yes.
Awesome.
I see it everywhere in my day-to-day activities. Mostly it's consulting because at the end of the day, Uber question panel, a problem metro code but I'll tell you 90% of my life I don't write a line of code. Even though I'm a software in the back.
It's a software engineering.
It's like a HMO, but like you need to know what the code is doing.
Okay.
Like you need to understand what the code is doing. But even better mean say addition of add like try code to multiply two matrices. Mean true. Because me add agent say write a code to multiply. I wish I have my laptop here, but I can show you a lot of things that the agent does. It's very cool.
Well, before you go, we'll sit with you and the camera, and you walk us through a bit of this, and Sana will come back to the US, and then we'll come and share it with our viewers later. Dr. Daniel Okanse, I'm grateful for your time this afternoon. Yamisha Papa, and I wish you well as you proceed to KNUST to support them in their graduation ceremony. Yamisha. No found na osanso found US asumdwe mu boko edasi bebre. Well. Dr. Daniel Okanse no waten in Kano oye juma Intel beboa.
Yes.
Intel the computer manufacturer. Wo HP laptops no HP desktop computers ni other gadgets omo no mo ye wa ben ewo AI mu na AI na ye kano ene obia artificial intelligence ene ehu hia munya botrema no ene AI no agibe bia but Ghana ha no AI ne yede ebia ne se yede doctor videos yede doctor nkofo voices na yede create confusion, misinformation and disinformation, but we can use AI to propel our economy and to propel our development. Yes, we can. Watch how we can use AI to fight galamsey. And Mr. Su said the Minister of Communications, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources should look for you and help them understand how we can. Because it's a challenge for government. I buy now a promise no so the AI be fighting galamsey, but the how.
Happy FM 98.9.
What you have just described, and even to identify locations and know previous activity, current activities, near they are doing in Accra, would be a very, very good effort. Doc, that say, now the government and government elements must look for people like you doing great things in the US and bring you down to come and support and help Ghana. I'm for say omunya yan komo bete won kan chiri bia bi won more person follow up no need komo. Any telephone number to share?
Well, we normally normally no me available on my Ghana number also.
Okay.
Very much. Me di no bema.
Yeah. Say omo no ba ya Ghana number den time you no. Ya producer no atwero. On za no. When I will produce camera, I know what I say. I know. But many doctors say we will be activating the phone lines. Maybe phone lines number now. We've had some conversations before this one, and of course the general issues of politics. Mampeni has received another call from the Catholic Bishops' Conference asking for a declaration of state of emergency. Some pressure is still mounting from the clergy. It is saying, Baba say onu do nyendu ho etunu for beye. So how far so far? Young people consider bang Ghana Forces recruitment scandal, Mrs. Scandal, accident here, nkwadami ensie wuye. We AI wo ho na ya catch them kola 21,000 so mu nyina me gina elwak say yenyomo a body screening. When we have artificial intelligence and kebetima yes anima we nyina dia maye. I bet you check or height. I just say, why didn't you who some movie freezer? Well, we'll be talking about that matter. What is number nebeba? And of course, we'll be looking at the budget for 2026 as well. Doc, for number need to jana sorry so.
Yeah, Pacho +1 704 7
+1 704
76 2 1042.
Okay, essence should be Wadaroma.
+1 704
+1 704.
Phone yedum.
Nyabotremegi wa hanu mama na ano so esi ho no mo a. Timo pese mo frɛ Dr. Daniel Cancer. Okay, this one is your personal number.
Happy FM 98.9.
Me ba.
O producer we yinedi. Yinedi. All right, so I will take the number later and announce it in time for person more a contact what they can do so. When you're the
+1 704
+1 704
762 10 42
+1 074
+1 70
+1 704
762
10 42. Doc, you better say. Let me show papa.
Let me show also.
Ba me bia phone lines no na yendi Ghana nkomo issues ahodo ya ka ho asem including AI, including import declaration forms ye de bo man krono GRA adwuma ma ye wo ho corruption sem ahodo, and of course the politics of military recruitment and all other matters hanging. Phone lines activated. Ma membra ho na me metie onso wadwen kire ewo enkomo ahodo a yedi nyina ehun. First call on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Pachodini baby Afrifi. Pachodini baby Afrifi. Hello. Udini baby Afrifi. Nana Afrifi.
Takuma.
Nana Ganet you.
Baby, me patron besem bisa asem kaka. GGA award no. Award in the program we award ben the ma year 20 program we.
Yeah, enter our program in the awards.
My enter but Roman got omu hu adwuma papa mboye ma my way.
I know the almost
on my way bad friends okay baby. Asem we am backing Ghana through Bank of Ghana and some certain companies in the financial sector no friends Ghana for now asem we American se Ghana for aban we an hwan ni ya nneɛma ebesi wɔ Ghana ha no mo no ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa nkurɔfoɔ akɔ Bank of Ghana akɔgye license ɛde aba sɛ ɔmo wɔ operate savings and loan na ɔmo akɔgye nkurɔfoɔ sika sika no sɛ ɔmo yɛ ne dan yi sɛ ɔmo yɛ ne dan yi wobɛkɔ hɔ no ɔmo ka kyerɛ sɛ sika ne nkurɔfoɔ sika aka certain savings and loans ɛwɔ Ghana wokɔ Bank of Ghana na wokɔ company kyerɛ ɔmo a ɔmo nyɛ ho hwee ɛna Ghana for ɛkɔ problem no nti bibi mpacho aban we because
na mebusa sɛ ɛyɛ savings and loans companies na yegu wɔn under the banking sector cleanup no ana existing ones nso ntimi niti wɔn obligations
existing ones a wɔn nso offense ya problem ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛnyɛ problem ketewa
ɛna sɛ cleanup ne bɛsan ba biem
bibi ada says cleanup no bɛsan ba biem ana sɛ be depend Bank of Ghana ne aban because Ghana for a problem who this country are friends here and yes and because
one Kasawa savings and loans organization also produce Kani and farm out
me pacho and
almost a
almost sikano na true me fish ma me yeah problem ne start omunya alliance is 2016 so omu pay even 2017 na friends ya can for ya can go be friends ya savings and loan ano yes and almost starting years problem 2020 from 2016 na omu alliances na omu go pay na omu ko de Ghana for sikano 2020 no manya problem financial even omu nya ekran pants and your friends ya banking sector clean up but na issue no ho but omu twa omu jaye and omu your friends omu koye other people instead of some be ni na across board no and omu jaye bi no see problem e pende your friends here where banking sector it was as a financial institution this is financial institution and nya sem ketwa
yen kasa wie na fa sa savings and loans company ni di ma me why
me ba cho
that's nana hello good evening
David.
Pacho di ni baby afrifi.
Bi yeti say
Obade adom baba ya me ho ye pa.
Bi ise de uka ya na asem no.
Yeah.
So endi si ka say o so regulatory sta ayiri ni hwe ya unka o nka boni o. So we bet na create sa de ni bi e da beto platform so bet ni ya sama brand na. No so am pass o so hwe system bi ayiri. Ni regulatory o mo se ba ya obi ye bi sa ni pate se ko china because ya ebony na o me tell you who say be president attack chief of staff na bony o
chief of defense staff
so na ba ya ko mu ya o say tu chezi ni pano ni se be ya who say ya attack no don ti dan tira ni akana so en obi ya obisu ana ma ko yan fiasa ma o kan so no e fa loans
savings and loans yeah
savings and loans for no bibi and kuro
say be to me
no ma se da ko radio stations bi num no mo ya advert am advert no ko so nyina mpani phone ko jese ni pa advert we ya no etisen ana etisen o metina wa mani pa na be nyina etinti e ni pe ke wie and so mo be ka jese na o ni lati su kwen ejuma anani ni se ke manu sa otimi ebie sa yi sa ma na mpani phone and I don't say this now because we had better more. We are diligence no we and so we did advert na ye. And man say or say o previous ad na pano. Or say sure bibi say the work ampa. Or say put the glass board bibi. Am say mu say ni mu put the ne oto and fini ne bi mu na hwe. E do be bi mu na bibi fini and no man is being more to catch up today. Para send an no. A baby na nipa no kono ma be tekima ye juma se be first ye juma man no. Ni say am for wa mo go ti dane ma no. Yen say and man say so ya man lances. Anti ya prove man no. O so ko le do na wo to no matter. Say say ti mo a. O be no so ba kiti no and they say don't you do man na o mo yen first na ti ya na ni na wo am for it. Bi wo de da was Baba me no ko bia wo kan e da se pa bibi obi ajuma na mi shiro so o so sa
Baba ya me smeda say hello good evening Asumien Council, Sakura ni. Yo, I say o background on noise. Hey. Madam for Pansu, now no me friend na one fa. I don't know.
Deputy Procurement Director.
PPO. And I mean no come up.
We boss no. MP that na Abdullah Center.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. Also na botete chai. Bamba Sakura nyabutre. Also na botete chai na isi other PPA no.
Yeah, Deputy Director.
Oh, Deputy Director. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Koswe.
That be the woman said. Your money, you bank, and you bank the performance in ye. Star bank in the I said, original in Nansun. A test car, you did good bank. Command ye, bank ni yamwa sika yeso former bank ni 1990 yan former bank no na esa kuku sika a exchange the bank na enya ena di good bank we go mind na esa ise Ghana no money say we see say this car there be a problem e wo on pa the dog near Kappa, so go is can say, the show that the more take a quack on his car, you see, that food and some of it to car. I don't think I can answer. You hear standing now, would be again. You call and see, you are more down, you may scan. So, did you cry again now? Who's the shop cracker who got off? You see, Cobra, and some of the this woman, the man let me say, we see I now come out and then see it. Almost to see almost supervisors and you almost only as you because we now can I see that I can't want some any. Almost only as you your president visa. Then I will be a complaint.
Sakura Ninyaminante. Hello, good evening.
Baby.
Yes, sir.
Memojo.
Major Soja, Udini baby Afrifi.
I didn't fall, January 2024. I don't keep Jan because this year you go pram. And now, no.
Jim Bagana,
my memo money, Oba, already sure now on your case. Main the decano, medical call, issue now, you come. Well, I did be a bar, your papa, Nanny Bonnie. It depended the way our wedding will be soon. Papa and I said, well, for the first staff, who can be on the president here. On the Pana Akoye, I will say, President, and I attack Papa now. Okay, how do we depend here? A great thing, and a body air. I didn't think I'm not here. I didn't a woman, this is here, I didn't buy no. Whom we will cover. The big milk trick, he said, who can. Then we are fast. And I was sending out, so I didn't know, maybe I didn't know, try here, and can go to tell I didn't call, a castle. The Akon, and Mitchell on your here. Need to make us, you know. Make what do you call it? A year, the Galamsey issue at American. I saw from by what say, young call, what do you call it? State of emergency. Oh, yeah. As we say, we need a state of emergency, government, or the state of emergency bar. So, on what you have here, so what the state of emergency are here, on government, or call government is there, on family for now. They are similar. I have no way you go to state of emergency. What do you say, call it state of emergency? Every area there, I found small, but junk of food, never get the electricity. Who is so really to go? Many baby, so names are. You declare how we are. Yeah, I want to say about. I took away you make my cool. I think I'm a man and I'm a hotel to be about. I'll buy young for all it. It's not emergency. And all the no more nagging. No more government don't put me into. No more power. Come the first one. on the service after the last way, I think the last of all. And you did only see none yet to be not from the castle of an answer. Ya papa ya di na doctor some of some of the biano and then you be me. Now I'm not
Mr. Medas, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Honorable Tifa.
Pacho, your friend me BB.
Oh, Honorable BB, Charlie, I joined said also. I said, Juma Bakuna, only Honorable Tifa, and Honorable BB. Me, sorry, sir, we are my flow.
I no from when you're last week, Bright to him last week, na meet him moment me on Friday, you know. Na I'm say one afraid you so be sa na opese okai me din enso waya won kan so da bi ofre me obo bibi da bi ofra for so wonu aba na say normal nipa de sa e rate me fi ade ntenye we why
sa yo mate me da so ene akonya usa odi amami ene nyumre ya me nhyira mo pa na happy day mo boy juma em say mo papa anka Ghana for engineer ma ekoso e wo man Ghana mo anyankopon koso no pejam etensi si amu mo no
amen
na oni yeah MC Wabrikuma Central honorable fracking cancer mesere su say mo betimi abomode ana mo invite no e dey about do na nyama o ye Wabrikuma Central no betimi abubo so e dey a kire mo share o say o man Ghana ye wo mo say o man ni be ye a e be free now media me the former president who ya papa former president Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. One be yo man Ghana ye ba see. She bank dia ya ka se ya kola so mo. Ayemo ya mami for and papa for head cut ni ade. Ye bi say omo free abemu e kono. Omo head cut. Ene omo sika ka bank no. Aban ni etia omo ka dio. Amusika mwasa na oboko opposition na sika eyese wudi so omwase kura no eso ate sika wudi be goods banks ni na enam nchise papa former finance minister Yanu Foriata antutu yamba yenti ena saba collapse ni na onko fabae enti omo bo omo we abro papa ọmọ ọmọ ni ba ko se se ye ka galam se fighter ye be sere aso fufo e ya mpa se ọmọ ye bibia se galam se na ye to no esu ebetimi atra ma abane so ye na afa mu de o se ọnọbo
Happy FM
ya friend ya forest ni say o se ya ọmọ ko so ye na omo ko galamse side aye pamu amanfo maybe forest ya ko so bi se wona omo tu galamse no ye hu se so de ni bia pra ko e ko pamu amanfo fi ho enso ne ye hu se ndomani na se abani tu na mbo papa e beti na bo ama san kofo ni na akọ e chomo ko so pressure a state of emergency no omo to omo pass kakra because we should the way it's for attack soldier for any more journalists for Libya. Say more to me say state of emergency. One should be pa a very strong moon. It was that I'm saying yes, you know, any particular efforts and ember. By best say so much my body pressure. So make me have to say that I'm saying because me I mean no can say. I do better because I can't show if you're mania. Being it enko kra ensuremba na edu stage ni dia be me declare state of emergency
bright fancy hey me for last two calls na me the phone in segment na be we hello good evening okay we'll leave it here I think so there is one more caller here been fun quickly na I'm sorry so hello good evening. Hello, good evening. I think sir Uniha. Yɛmfa course ni bi de besi ha. Philip Jima tena se ɔyɛ constituency youth organizer Emma Ablekuma West NPP amanyoko mu osanso okasama former the Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan, who is running for the high office of flag bearer of the NPP. Koku Mauli Nanegbe, a member of the NDC's Communications Bureau. Koku Atenase. Gentlemen, Emamwajuma Makwaba.
Yeah, Bibi.
Yahu ye de.
Already adom. Also dear mwe.
Yamiandum me hu ye papa.
About 2 weeks near man to me amba.
Yes. I know you've been busy.
Oh, Bibi.
Na budget ne ba no so ntino. Your communicators or say we are up to speed.
Exactly.
Na mo be church and say we understand.
Exactly.
Can you man no?
Yeah.
Philip.
Bibi.
Honorable Kennedy Japan where?
Namiadom.
Or connected.
We so connected.
Connected.
Yeah. One pa cross so be connected. Na me so connected.
Miss mean connect to ho.
Na me so connected na.
And moma network no munya din.
Na yemfa Ghana ko enim. Bibi. Boys are bread, girls is soon. Kruma is
sa.
Kruma is 1 year.
Kasa manfo ani agi krum.
Bibi, say ubie phone lines no.
Say this is
and you normal politics ne be ya. I can tell no to say kruma is. Me ye politics free ma. Me
skani kruma na.
Ni pe friend day for say enye so mo pesa ko don be digeke. So that course.
And can ne say
course it's too much. No, Ghana, big as Ghana, I am ready. But now it's I mean, some you want to pay person as for you. Paper so now buying casa the day then no. So really reflecting on the grounds. And we sure say people what unim. If you out area unim. Hang go for bread. You understand? Yeah, there. Mama shebe trench.
Say Ghana you na ehun to enda.
Yeah, no, you see, Bibi. The American says so to me too deliberate. You are okay. But people are struggling to get their daily bread. All you do. And I make her say, you see, you debate my and say, government are buying on the reality on the grounds. You understand? Here for bread. Course for the past 3 course I mean yano. But him someone say, Obi say yen a buy time, no pressure will come. This time West. And now American. I'm giving you reports from the grounds. And your politics are me. Oma etie me didn't try they know. Oma etie for etie no. Me didn't try they know. I'm only tell every people who talk. So they be at a condition.
Not easy man is on top.
Say we about to okay.
This can edit you.
I saw America. We be say no. Me say aso ntigana.
Oh, send your canon as a nano ya ne ye and then dia omonyo.
I saw me kind say.
Abro krum hada so bro.
See abre edu ba be lock here share them. Edu ba be no na enim e fit e be survive na see be wu. Na president bia ba no abeka fellow Ghanaians no the hope. No am update nyema ekoso. Na e hye nyema na ba na be tro measures so dey go akwan mu. How say you quite crash the economy. It's you can yama cranny a di. You could be actually, but you free me buy no consequence no. There's a lot, and only a face a man, inflation no. A coya could do 50-something percent.
I said there will no be so taught Sputnik V.
What does it?
Higher than Senubia Tono.
I know the Ubusana. I know the meaning.
Ubusana was say, maybe I just wanted to save lives.
See,
I said there will not airport to her. Ubesi, I just wait $100 and over. And
you see, Bibi, no, but you are not facing the reality. Reality is say, no measures are needed. Bisa say, scan the cumulative the day. No, supposed to be a question.
The money went to the private man.
So, no best, Anna.
It was not the best.
Exactly. But I'm talking about
the man can't see if you say, and then we are say,
shift to go personal. I'm talking about our living standard and the living condition. And I'm saying, say, oh, cast your bread down, and I make sure the baby free. Am I a bear? Kufoja Ghana, 20 cent Ghana tier. Now, walk the loans at Tatao. How are you buy a doom so crash the economy? No, invest a Gandhi Jahonum. Economy a Ghana, not the best of Ghana expanded about 1.73 billion, a trillion. Economy expanded. You have education, you create jobs in Yema. You can't bear in every. You're getting so many things wrong. You're not perfect institution. There's no perfect institution anyway.
But
I'm talking about the standard of living of the ordinary Ghanaians.
I hear you say. About budget no so I send you baby mu pa. Now I have been worried about this video I shared earlier. Emra me video name say namo the other side and namo here. I would want your comment on it because we all play on social media. We consume information through videos, audios, and then yaman ko for na say obi the AI ebeye bribi creative it should be positive. When intia obi be create an AI video and use the president against the chief of defense staff. Bra Facebook be pacho uhu video we ewo be bia a fake AI. Sa video we etime de ntokwaba maimu. Video we etime de abantuo eba. Video we etime de kubo maimu. Sa video we create big problem ama o man no. Obi na ko create side. Of course.
Mama can never do this.
But wayatum the uninitiated will share this video. Obi kura the voice note to kura be ka ho. I can some no hunai. Answer na obube hu say we AI no. Na nseme bra ko tonko fotim. Koku.
Yeah, Bibi. It does say my main chair and chair ET for is it Pius?
Philip,
yeah. Any producers. A Bibi Eddie kind of meet Philip all kind of say the man no my heading. Will be sending questions into me and me a yemi one. Nukrano da hoa a bakope. Bibi not long ago.
Nyate fed the kakwe.
The kakwe, nyate fed the kakwe. Bibi, in our bisana no, not long ago, December year CD. A koya 16 CDs. No one $1 back.
14.
16.
14 CDs.
Man, propaganda.
16. Bibi, 16. And we be crack 17 are by.
And it's complicated. 20. So leave
16 CDs. Acquire 17, but 17 is acquire.
At check online.
Bank of Ghana was 14.
At check online.
Bank of Ghana was 14. Abochi was 16.
A bar from things were coming down.
Okasano ID.
We have the men for no. We have a first class team. We have a first class team with an economics.
Make progress.
Yeah. So no. Your bobusia debt to GDP. 104%. Yeah. Even fish, SMP. And you know, mukika ho almost downgrading. You see, your economy no junk. And the problem can say by DDP crapo by.
Yeah.
Your man for haircut. We Martinamu uses our haircut, no, a broken bottles.
Identification haircut.
And I had my mom for. But the name of Philip I read na Missy and Obia Betty one dance here, Finance Minister Kotakrade. Where a dreadful Neddy a dance you. Also, Minister said, the Nyama war abba from and I yes stable. And me and the scene America, Gradifona Minister Nankasa Kojum.
I watched it.
And the people, and then everywhere, like the people are attesting to the fact about stability of prices. Price now perform and higher stable. And this Nana Kufa do Dr. Baumia Brenna. Uko Jum and net, Ukra 10,000 so you could to adhere, Ubedu Jum. Like one to me and those who me ko check it, or have Babasa Banias as Uncle Suru. And price is now stable. You must admit, sir, there is a change. More as some people more admit me. My joy is that the people of Ghana admit, sir, economy is in a better hands. Is in a better position. I'm a man for who are Tomo. It's not the best, but it's not like Yahoo or MPP Abraso.
Okay.
And no, dear admission. As a moon yet. More yes admission now. I go yes a more musubano. Muka say propaganda na mo aye emre bi atwemu no be say ejuma enne it will not work And that is where we are today. Bibi, question now, Bisano, and in fact, you see, I commend you for pulling out this video because you see, a idea, a hard dream, and this is not the only video. I call it trend beer, so I President Mahama eko kati sort in the upper west tumu wa kwano. So I was sleeping around 10 p.m. that night. And my old boy be frame. Onukra no was one tear sem. So no pe update. I'm catching also. In fact, the update is not open. What happened at Elwak? So I gave him the update. So the wife was in the background. I say, oh, what he say? An accident happened. At time my penny call Upper East Echo Kati sort. We know what to move and say there was an accident. Oh, my penny convoy no. And he saw the video and I said, oh, no, that one. So he has seen the video. So I have a suspicion. Hold on, my suspect is AIB and that it is happening. Yeah. My only point are Debia AI Samba Maker is that, and this is also on the back of the facts Nanama Mac Brown ni busy bus stop boys. Yeah. Akoye campaign bi. And so bus stop boys formally da no ni Nanama etwa picture. Okay. Omutwa picture no echire no AI so akọ generate picture. The only difference are Obehu ya ni say the colors of their dresses. Now we no Boston boys for mu leader nankasa no e na be post it. Okay. And no chiri mu say picture no back there AI. And it will be difficult for the uninitiated to spot the difference. And on one kasa and when I watch the thing, a shock me kakra. And on the back of that, in America say we have a lot of work to do. And for me, me say this a video where you see my penny attack chief of defense staff. Nyamika ni say the easiest ways to check ni say this a asem esi na ye nukwe wumu a. The best place you can get it is maybe tune into Happy FM and all the major because we become a top story and not breaking news. Well, you are strong on your phone, maybe your internet is strong and so you just type it. The leading maybe Happy FM online. Yeah. Breaking news. So and other media houses, you will see it there. So long as tune into FM station, like you are not getting it. Yes, you log on onto your phone. Or
point in
website,
social media.
Yes,
confirmed from mainstream media.
Mainstream media. And honor no between credible information. No. Now one who be biasa discredited. Yeah. And I mean those that you know they are strong on those platforms. I bet me from one check your more. My young hooper na see believe we are misleading ourselves and it's not the best. And I think that is the only way so far. But here you know, if you as individuals know, like you said, some of the websites or maybe put indication on those videos or those images.
AI generated.
Indicate it's AI generated. They will put it there.
I was wrong. This one doesn't bear that insignia.
So that is where the danger is. So very well. But we have as on minor, we have a way to go. We have to begin to fish out for such characters. And deal with them drastically.
Video, you can easily identify. Yes. Unless send an account to know, and no crowd they can still
be traceable. Yes, and I believe say national.
I think say they did not national. They didn't buy Rich something.
Okay, Rich FIFA or something at Rich FIFA.
Okay. At Rich
and no, and I'm sure say. NSB for to me trace and people like that they begin fishy almost a punishment in a more and prosecution beer and so that's to me cutting your visa because yes almost say system
no Philip and Kemi Philip on this video
baby it's a sad where Ghana Ghana econo because your maya 98.9 Oma ako school akrati nyama biasa no.
Yeah.
Mesra me kan e form kakra. And this is in create a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
You understand? It also create tension. You may never know. It's I think say a Minister of Communication, any NC, any national security, and cyber security. And some bands will NC form na it's me efficient those people out. So the best send it as a scapegoat. Baby, you must say as some minds say the agro.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know there. So we're to America, now Canada, in Russia. I think Russia president, I creative be saying. I'm sure say on Namadienchi. To maybe sound so nipano, then obviously will achieve.
We will to make create AI video and put two tribes against each other.
Exactly. You see, if you obi crabet my year crowd, obi yere no biku.
Yeah.
As say family.
Yeah.
It will sit here and say, okay, it's against somebody from different parts. So there you'll be happy. Me kasama CPP and other political parties are one video I'm very happy now. To let them to understand say by me tomorrow be yawo. Because at time normal ye be against me mama Esla and somebody and a few other issues. It crest me say if ye esenyema. It's no me the Bismark bet Safi Akasama the relevant authorities no at now we take steps a disturb or minor.
Yeah.
And it's not good. You see, the other countries who side the way are the next of my dream is a by then authorities in the year farm. I don't see who is any business as usual.
And will be able to
and Sally. Because will be a crabia.
You never know the next. You never know the next video.
Comment section, and how they are thinking about the video.
Yeah.
The comment section is a good idea. Now they need to be up and doing to make sure that such things will not be to encouraged in our society.
Kwaku.
Yeah, baby.
The pressure is still mounting on the president to declare a state of emergency. Catholic Bishops' Conference. Now, where the upcoming recruitment exercise are established after its suspension. And the budget 2026. You want to deal with that?
Yeah. The issue about Catholic Bishop Conference for more call for state of emergency.
This is about the third time.
Yes. And you see, they to an extent do not believe or convinced no illegal mining fights and who be. That is because when I heard it, and this was at a major program of theirs, and my conclusion is they are not convinced that the government is doing something enough. Yeah. And you see, and I can understand where they are coming from. Because it's not as though government is doing nothing. And the other conclusion I've come to is that ese abano ema omu nyoye. Because you see, I listened to them from the beginning. And satam now mampenyino enya kwai only clergy from Eshaeno. One of them, and I'm sure it was one of the leaders of the Catholic Bishop Conference. Or attesti say na say fight no nyama na ya onwa kwoti wo Jubilee House no say sana assembly there. Then it was an admission on his part that government was doing something. So Mr. we no within myself I said government had to do something extra. When was Uncle be here because if you go, and today I took the trouble to go to Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for more website. Ejuma 9 months a year. On a daily basis, 9 months is effecting arrest of
Kokume
yes.
Happy FM 9 months operations. Ebi say ade we nya de foforo. Say a better tax force almost Tommy Galamsey areas arresting people, confiscating machines. Yeah, so still galamsey. What is different with NIMOS?
Yes, Bibi, there is everything different in NIMOS.
Tell me about it.
We know, and the major difference is say, Bibi ayewo there is concerted effort. Untie say, Bibi ayewo no, ebimu fight, you know. Some are involved and thwarting the effort of NIMOS, the ministry and government say succeed in the fight. There is synergy. Unte say abayin penyufo omu say party yesika so frustrating obia effort. And I'm saying say on a daily basis NIMOS dismantle baby illegal miners no and your Chinese collaborators no and they are arresting them. And prosecution.
We have seen NIMOS being chased. We've seen NIMOS being prevented from going to some Galamsey areas. Youth burning tires. And they dared not. We've seen the situation where a whole kennel was held at his throat. And an MP is standing accused in the courts. These are all frustrations.
So, baby, I chasing. Or let's put it say you're chasing NIMOS for Equidium. What is happening in Equidium today? And because I can understand why they didn't confront the community at the time, but much later, Omoye done operation Akochicha man for EBC all those people who were involved in that intimidation and attempted mob attack on the NIMOS officials, no, and then the official out, almost facing prosecution. It's also an effort. Those involved in Galamsey and the public say NIMOS will not relent in its effort, and the government will not relent in their efforts in succeeding in the fight against illegal mining. Say they will continue to push, say they will get results. And that is ongoing. And I believe that maybe yes, I am adopted fellow Ghanaians principle Nibi. On a weekly basis, there has to be maybe a full-blown update press conference from NIMOS or either the NIMOS office or the ministry itself, telling the people what they have done weekly, all the activities. And ebe fair clergy for CSOs for activities now near videos, near pictures. You didn't maybe in a video, 1 hour video, show it for everybody, put it on the page for people to go and watch, to have an appreciation as to the work.
We say for a fact, say baby NIMOS acquire operation. Achichenko for Makono, Galamsey Nkoso Hobiemana.
Good question. And baby Ameti and Neno. Maybe
because NIMOS is one team.
And Americano. So because and almost no.
When they go, they don't station.
Great. But what they do is that there is distraction of equipment.
You and I know say Galamsey for no say excavator on your.
Yes.
They can mobilize and get another
great,
one in
but
no time.
We need them to give us an update
on the places
they've already visited, and as we speak today, what is the situation at those places? It will be a good question to ask them for them to give us an update. And I think that way I'll take it on board because I'm interested. Because Galamsey I've been saying it must not be an NDC fight or an MPP fight because say polluted mercury no consume the polluted water does not know an NDC child from an MPP child.
Okay.
Are victims of Weno, so we'll fight it. But my request is we need everybody on board for this fight to be able to succeed. Because say on board. Like say almost every time Catholic Bishop Conference they can say okay we need government is not convinced not convinced about the effort of government now. We need them to be on board, and like I said, maybe the minister or NIMOS must call maybe the clergy or the Catholic Bishop Conference maybe into a meeting and show them their daily activities of NIMOS. the confiscation of equipment, destruction of almost temporary structures now, so that we see now prosecution all those activities, and I'm sure say maybe the public and the Catholic Bishop Conference and the clergy and we are convinced we are governments is really focused a fight so that's on that one, but a bit on the budget.
Okay, quick one.
I must commend the finance minister for the appearance in parliament the last time, and in fact from assessment our parliament bibia the ding and I mean success now as a ban here choke in less than 10 months I can say for a fact the MPP in 8 years have not been able to achieve that records and now kasa inflation is single digits and we took it from 54%.
It's a lie. How can you say that?
But you took it to 54. You took it to 54.
Bibi, who do correct him?
No, MPP took it to 54.
At the time, I hear from Bamna. How can you say you took it from 54?
Okay, Ope 23. Ope 23. At the end of 23. But the fact is that Muangasa Moody caught 54%. Solid. Busia 104%. What we debt to GDP 104%. What you say? But if you are comparing all those figures with the junk status now with their money, Standard and Poor, Fitch, any nyomuki kahunina, omumaya B, then B negative, and yet junk status. And the way import cover. Finance minister I catch say we have excess import cover. In fact, the last time he said as of September 2025 the import cover we have $12 billion. And he took the opportunity to even explain say nia kojo upon nkrumani nkrofo keka say ye the sika the dollars e the supporticity or say it is not the case. And he took the opportunity to explain the difference between intermediation and intervention. That what the government, the Bank of Ghana is doing currently is intermediation. And it's because through the work of Gold Board, yanya dollars bebre much more than here as import cover. And I can say as of September 2025, Bank of Ghana has over 12 billion, which is much more than here for import cover. In the ISA, a ban release dollars no be into the system for the market. And yes, a city Brent na to say some time pass because the city is challenged, and so you need to pump more dollars into the system to cushion the city, and that no intervention. That is what is happening. But near intermediation, we have excess. And we are releasing it for markets. And imports, who needs dollars? You are releasing it into the markets. And that is what is happening. And so, who compares Anyama with now? Realize that we are on a better footing, much better. Far better than 2024. As we speak, big push, Anya, we a lot of support. Bigger budget funding compared to 2025. Baby, finance minister higher indication say we will construct a brand new thermal plant, much bigger than Akosombo is generating, and that will be backed by a new gas processing plant to be able to power plant. We are not to there is an allocation about 400 million for Women Development Bank, and also from next year, even who roll out because they be a cancer, here financial support to be able to do their business. 9 months will get allocation na demand 9 months for illegal mining and activities and also a big booster and education budgets this year has been one of a kind. infrastructure wise and activities and now say you be provide human resource and training for teachers and educational workers and also you're solid. And so I am very confident infrastructure projects, hospital here, roads projects, any near count no I am on firm grounds and a terra firma. Say my opinion President Mahama buying no ever deliver on the promises share on my Timamufo.
Okay.
Some of the taxes I are promising in 2024 say be abolished, they are gone. Near COVID-19 11 MPP for dreams and that Timamufo no has also finally gone. And so I have confidence say we will deliver, and the call is on Ghanaians to have faith in President John Dramani Mahama because he is one of a kind or no. Or he's or Shabwa or Deso, and that is the NDC as well. And now we believe that the 4 years now will be able to deliver on the promises.
Kokumeda say, Minko Philip Jimaho, Namintino Galamsey, and the 2026 budget. Bra.
Maybe.
Happy FM 98.9.
After hitting in half an hour.
Yeah, Kennedy or the communication team and then Juma Pa Omobo China, Mammy Nato Shiba Blukma West, and the part of my bidding como. Now it is clear as a Kennedy area election way, a year hands down. Because we see in delegates and a party ma. No more feel say a party, we need a new face. So a bit marrying energize
Professor Frimpong Boatin say MPP needs rescue.
Exactly, to energize the party. Because the battle ahead of us is a battle. Yes, if you keep on doing the same thing, you keep getting the same results. If you different results, yeah. I say to me, different candidates. Now, yes, so the back because history actually say you lose 2008, no. Yes, Nanado san buy, no, or san be lose ye. And Mama lose 2016, or san about 20 be lose ye. The point is that the Uncle Jina Swa on the tour Batiano.
Yeah.
Around that time, a fresh Uncle dream. It's as well as a candidate. That was the main reason why MPP youth to Jina say this time on the Honorable Kennedy Ebeba. Bibi, a year Galamsey issue, no, a issue, Obiaka say a year.
Just before you proceed, as a matter of information, the special prosecutor officially, as a 1050 and pay. I prefer charges against Kenneth Nanayao Ofuriata and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other persons. Now, the Republic versus Kenneth Nanayao Ofuriata, Ernest Dakon Okore, Emmanuel Kofi Inti, Amishadai Owusu Amoa, Isaac Krentel, Kojo Damwa, Evans Edusei, and a Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited, SML. Particulars of offense. Bekan baako pɛ. Mienu hu hia Ghana for.
Nyina hu hia Ghana for.
Kenneth Nanaya of na so mu nyina o Ghana no pɛ no hu ni ha. Ono ne ehwehwɛ no. Kenneth Nanaya Ofuriata, 66 years. In your position as the Minister of Finance. And now 2, Emmanuel Kofi Nti, 66 years. In your position as the Acting Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority. I wouldn't face you now. When you name Mr. Adiwe, SML Adiwe is going beyond the immediate past Commissioner General. The immediate past. Obano. Reverend Amishada coin Obane. Obane is one check. Obane there's all be demands be paid. Ti ni adiende is in so Reverend Amishada. It goes all the way back to Kofi Nti time. Albert Krentel. Okay, no. Isaac Krentel. Okay, no. Yeah. So there are 3 former commissioner generals indicted in this matter. Philip Twaso. Where by way of information.
Kas na dosun. Aban no.
That's action in here.
Oh, baby.
Prosecution.
See, mama Ghana fa brom. Kas na dosun. You understand? Can of rata de bia say I heard
what's your monocode? You want
I mean, they should go ahead and do the justice and then stop worrying our ears.
You should come,
Maza, we can try the person absentia.
Why can't he come?
Oh, I don't know. So now we're the bonnie. Now John, my brother, I call outside and call interrogating. So I bind he has the power. Don't be so young. What do I want to do? I mean, so you don't my power is national. So you are here. I mean, dancing.
Go anywhere.
What do you expect us to do, Bibi?
Yes, sir.
State of emergency on Galamsey. In fact, in your Catholic bishops for na Edika Kai. Year 21st May 2025. Dr. Kenneth Ashibekwa had the same thing.
State of emergency. Ne shall say more time. So I say 2025. No day, no day. State of emergency. Catholic bishops conference started some of free. More time. So the first, it's a matter of
where Sarana or killing me energy to flow.
I'm not killing your energy.
You mama no say me customers be
what can no any factual.
Factual.
2025 is not the first time the call for.
So
that's what you said.
How can you say it's not factual? How can you say this?
Kanashigbe is not the first to call for it in 2025 from Pope.
I'm talking about Kenesibe in contest. I mean, can't we send several cases? And this is for
in what context?
Kenesibe said it on 21st May 2025. Talking about NDC for call say you're doing our time. Say you declare state of emergency. And yet they can mama crack the same thing. Remember back to this dear regime. And I mean raise this say, can I just said it on 21st? You know, a lot of people have said it previously. Meboa. Journalists, what can be? And you want to go on me free.
Was said the first to have said this? That is what you said. Anyway, and I'm saying Kenashigbe is not the first to say this.
Okay, let me make progress.
Hey, go anywhere.
Why do you pay much attention to everything I say? But when your man was here lying,
didn't you correct him? No, were you not here to correct him?
I was expecting to do that.
When you corrected him, did I come in? It means you were right.
I mean, you're people. I hear you. Okay, during this regime, NDC take you over.
Yeah.
She can't Ghana 98.9. Yeah, or kind of 21st May.
Yeah.
I say we need to declare state of emergency. Anytime you be declare state of emergency, we know. Now they know I go beyond our strength.
Yeah.
Now we need to put in extra measure because we are showing Yama air corner. Your cocoa areas, prone areas, no. You took them say a baker can be affected. You cocoa, Sabia, the common on it, ecoton. A disturbing agricultural farmlands. A create a lot of problems. And now your water bodies go your polluting. You understand? Which a way in emergency are nay then. You entry to emergency. Military dear don't protect the state from external attack and other stuff. But we say no idea beer, I will say a silent killer beer, ya digu ya assassin in suma, graduate baby disturb your mind. Ya catch years ago say, but 10 years time, ya baby be important so if you are on it. But I do 6 years, I do 5 years. If you be bit my correct, me what can be now. You understand?
Come on, sir.
What does he? It's sir, you know, say water is life. It's a bedroom pensua. We be deprived from our life there. Now say treaty we say no with our agency.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean say obi your policy and obi your way. Say yeah time some of us one man they follow me those time. Yeah kasa with all passion against Galamsey. Nana Adoabin try crowd in the seat to so SO excavator whole lot of issues came up. It's in a better caliber of Sassi. SO almost calling for state of emergency. Now I don't know why and Crawford kind of so many, even them when they were in opposition. They said it. I don't know why they've closed their ears. And now telling us that they are doing a lot of things. Exactly. Yeah, the water gas said the yellow. The one mash on blue. You whole lot of things are near ye. Kai Momo park net China and Moshe Bona. Near to me she go no. Near specific mobile no. Mobile young Benyan right. Bamba Moyan wrong. Ain't they be a customer incompetence no. What I say? Ain't a whole lot of yema. You see if now start you. But to see with time, you know, lot of year up at the reason why me and fighting I'm saying no. And me they be a say and yami I said a year on Tuesday, July 2025.
You are speaking away from your mic.
A year on Tuesday, July 2025.
Yeah.
Dr. Yini, every friend go from you, Yamina Banga to Yoko. My mind, the state of it. No more updates. So I will read Oscar. I know you're going to say China Su. No my updates. How state authority no. No take some matter. Who MP BB. We are much show. Who MP Galam say to the extent say I info. Sorry Gensino. China Su. A year Dunko no fin. Party chairman. And then in Crawford.
Chairman.
The chairman, no one person. Chairman named by other party executives.
One chairman.
One chairman.
I interview no that day.
That day, the party executives come.
The name party executives, but the chairman.
Party police station executives. Also, my papa, and ya bring ya galam say. It took us so chairman say party heska, MPC heska, until me declare state of emergency. And yami 9 years ago, me asked some Jenfi. Eti go galam say areas. Echo said the actual journalist echo. As a young share the state of water bodies. Galam say no, and now we enjoy for the benefit of Galam say to a kind of what to gold board on their boss.
Yeah.
Gold board no to me differentiate between Galam say gold and the real gold.
Regular gold.
Regular gold. Now we expect to say Kobama Bontaya regular press conferences on the water bodies to tell them say now the state of Yensuono say na na say the farmlands say na esi until omni decent and yenti bisada wakana not
one who resources are good board
obi can say
Ediama
madam Jerry can say aduane should be anu ogasa
debio
eti those time no na come no
corruption campaign ebi kura can be da
vitals
no papa ya mahama man appointment
we
we refi papa edin why not na number edin beba to so
bibi say aduane some dey fear no
Daniel Batikam
yes
okay
aduane some dey fear no they say no to me press conference and me who boss okasa
man more support
man kasa na okasa no
masa you understand then perform when they come once no those time no more kano na Ghana for feelings on pomasem but ni omo ba ben rich omo ho eno na wie hu nde edu ba bi obi say Dr. Kenneth you frustrated to understand say on the channel 1 TV interview na 8 August on Monday on be pon frustration impartial we say cause oma ai so yeah NDC ni dia
partial rather
o say
partial
nyama ekoso na ye NDC ni dia ni ashelde
nti eno ye partial
other way say they will come at the person na ekoso ye ba ye justice ekoso my way say the same thing ye nua said now tamaklu yen time and yentimi amfana ama mo ba ni expect say some ba pa for the good people of Ghana na no so yasem ko twene ba enyo obi yendi na asem ntie nanum asem ena de energy enyina na ekọ no
kwa de edi na asem
abuane fo say fa ko tum eno no kra no make ye na fo ko kan ne communicate say mo time na mo ye fa ho na no say ye da ba ne so a oni nyina kan bi me nyina ya de asem so mo dwu o man ne ho a mo ba case of court no mo ka kire say bebe na mo nye interested a bit take about 3 or 4 years of course ye him say aye case go court it take time nyini nyane it take a shorter time it's mobile no na mo interest mo come probably 1 year nyewu say mo make effort and mo say hwinim it na kire say mo ba for MPA ye NDC for enye mo say ne
BB. Meanwhile, we say every year, every month, 20,000 to all constituencies. Because if there's a sex kind of fever, calculate Ghana near would tell me 20,000 times 276.
Yeah, Ghana is Ghana.
You know what's kind of free. Yes, but this office of Felix on the big Timika. No, updates. No, but no, I can't check Ghana for. I don't know where I can know to. Yeah, Chester, a bit much where the money is coming from. And then Ghana for Sika, for soon, Sif, a bit so, don't be decromunia. Who fear area, for bar for a day, some pescadity. But see, I make a choice, Yama price, for Breno. What's mobile, Kenke, yeah, can get 25 cities. Mobile Kenke in Ateso. If I say fish, go 20 cities. Mobile fish in Ateso. Kosia, crate of yeah, 65. Mobile 75. You see, mobile tranum, if you local food square, the crown, poor as a phone. Pricing in our cost. To mobile day plan, most of my year, I was saying one toy. And mobile price, and I drop you how many percent. Some in Senegal. It's mobile next cycle go for 20 million juma, and yashi. If you Ghana for bread, yeah, you can't not to. Ghana for only 2 minimum. Now, according to report about HSA, on my bomb FRC boo omo. No more promise on your moye. More promises you to say, move creating you youth to know. Most of be 24-hour economy. Most of they ba ministries, you be cut 3, be no got 3 shifts.
Yeah.
I'm saying no pay you number
3-1.
Move dada Ghana for. Entine, o catch him saying this for the budget aba. Me discuss the budget now. And yet Mr. Mama, me Philip Jima, I don't trust him. The first time I buy, I could try Western more honum baby. I could cut it short. I catch say, oversee Ghana City. Edit. What's that? Hope City. Sorry. Hope. Oh, I'm the BB. And I can start to
I know they.
No, just say.
Me, I just come about correct.
Just say. Me need to credit maker. And the 10 billion home. And cut to what's say. I cut it short now. Eco can't say. Chief.
Private project.
Private project.
So far, bro. You see, I got this sword now. So my bro Juma, fiasco, fiancé. The Mr. Man be kasa se mo echirewa. The same Mr. Mahama be kachire say.
Yes, Ghana Silicon Valley.
E be kachire say. Eye Burkina Faso contractor. I say why the best contractor.
Kanazwe.
The next way is a real challenge for the PO.
Yenesi for mommy. Unko
ba. You understand? Media idea me person me can about budget and me I don't want to say much about the budget.
No problem.
But you see, there are few things you expect to say a year NDC are buying. Now say omo about a year omo promise 1 minute will be. My mini map on wana mema ujaf. You see, omo promise omo create 800 on their campaign, 800,000 jobs for the youth.
Yeah.
On budget and also reveal say about 490 jobs. And you know what suggest to me is say
which page in the budget that can 490?
You can open. You see, almost catches on create 800,000 jobs. You understand? According to a budget, you can only create about 490 jobs. Also you how many two?
Yeah.
Manufacturing industry. 490,000.
Which industry?
Manufacturing.
So that is just one sector.
Yeah. They also, again, D-levy, amount of money accumulated. Meaning, say people read the budget now.
No, let's get the things clear. O question on my campaign promise of creating 800,000 jobs. And our quote from the budget say manufacturing sector alone will create how many? 400.
In all, the budget is creating about 490,000.
Okay.
Instead of 800,000.
So if the campaign promise is 800,000 jobs, now on my first budget, it targeted 490. They have 4 years to govern. That is halving the 800,000 in their first budget. And I remember.
See,
what's say achievable and I said, I want to understand.
No, it's just sustainable. Because what is manufacturing?
Achievable.
No, and yes, sustainable. So our jobs won't be created. Now the current youth. So I can say, I was a previous years. I'm questioning about NAPCO and the other ones by. Get through dispensation.
Now, how much budget in the kind of jobs they are creating?
Me sure say manufacturing.
That is industry.
And
I say yes, sustainable jobs.
Chief. You see,
so then a sustainable job for you. If obi near juma or factory, then sustainable. Sector Benjamin a be sustainable.
Bibi, say Oba now also be creating jobs. I'm a mobile, and I promise 800,000. And now, catch say under manufacturing. This is what's going to happen. And I'm looking say.
So South Africa near manufacturing.
Manufacturing.
No.
Have you gone through the budget?
No, I'm just taking your lead. First of all, now me per clarity. Say 490,000 a year total jobs to be created in this budget. And now manufacturing sector no.
In all jobs created under within the budget, I'm talking about job creation within the first budget, second budget, the second budget. And I've got our promising way now. And they were talking about manufacturing. You understand? It's where catching manufacturing. Where are they? Where are the manufacturing is almost creative. It's an overcast actually. Now all promising the youth to now OTO or to Abamao. Now because I'm watching now. I mean, and again, we catching about D-levy. D-levy I'm catching. Meaning say almost can amount of money. Accumulating a true D-levy. Maybe Bibi he's here. But you capture. When you know how that story you D-levy by. And you want to share some D-levy baby. But it never captured. The Bibi, these are the few things for me about them. I never come me, I'm happy. I'm a bomb pie, so meet me achieve. At the Bianam in Pible, a expansion of Accra Kumasi Road. And no, it has been my year, and I'm coming bomb pies in Kaya buying. It starts to say, you know, you be Bomka on Babeno. In fact, every depa because the share a quenchie cities you are consua. Now is a way to go. I say, nya, yes, pani rules, no. Maybe a sister says echo. It will help. It a deba quite Jomama, 1 year shake no ya, me Philip Manibeji. Apart from that, near share Office of Government Machinery. Almost about 1.4 billion Office of Government Machinery. Someone say Office of Government Machinery amount of the call, now amount of the call a year sector Women Bank. Ubisa, it tells you say Ainfa and buying if it's a whole here no more. The last time, no Office of Government Communication, now 7.8 billion. I had the call on them. Maybe someone say that area no. I want the sales scanner when they go constituencies no. I wanna move sales scanner if you are. I mean, it's media NDC. I told you already. Say Mr. Mama minimum no.
Okay.
Waba any hunu da.
Yeah.
And what in the budget aba? Yeshim. And ya bebre hono ma. Oma catch say. Akonhoma on bebo ho bra. Anezane fre no. Budget no. Senu na o mutimo mo babe. Let's hope and pray.
Yes.
This is some of them. No, meet me. I am the good people.
Okay. Koku, last round. I guess you have reactions and some clarification.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe me that say. Bibi. You like no bisano questions, but was not able to even give you that.
But clarify. Yeah,
but the issue about jobs. Say you're promising jobs are 800,000. For 400 or budget no one who problem. You see, I'm surprised. Say Onukra onye he's dazed. Share Bibi constructions are ecoso projects na ecoso across the length and breadth of Ghana.
Construction works are ecoso.
Oh, some have started.
Okay.
In fact,
so President in 2026, the whole country will be a construction site.
And Bibi, I can say that it has started. Bibi ayewo ene. And you see, that is why I'm even surprised. Mo asem we mo cargo nipa no hu fia ya call election. Mo lose about 1.7 million vote difference. Muguso, you see?
I don't say jive.
Oh, keep at it. Bibi, what I'm saying, and then
Okay.
And I can say for a fact that apart from the fact that Dodowa to Adenta projects, Koso, Uko Dodowa, Afienya, yeah, but it's ongoing.
Okay.
Afienya, Dodowa, Afienya, Dowenya, and also Koso. And now, Kasa, free, Uko free, Anyawase to Chawenu, Ho. Through in front of UHAS, Titrinu, Ekoso.
Okay.
Then there is another session every whole every baby Coca-Cola to Trafalgar to Titrinu, all the way to Petue, Joje, Denu, Aplau.
But these are also casual jobs.
No, casual job.
When the project is over, you're unemployed.
No, but baby, a man for employed. Almost any salaries. Now one will say,
you're asking about sustainable jobs.
You see, and these projects are like 24 months almost 24-month delivery period. Who contract and who we are, you are getting another project somewhere.
Okay.
Into who move here, you are moving with a Jumaye Fono, and so in as much as you are working, who employees are also working, they are earning salaries. Almost any salaries by the sites now. Ubenya manfua.
But you agree that we need sustainable jobs.
Baby, how isn't it sustainable?
Because they are project bound.
Yeah, but in as much as why we a face, yes, amount. Why you 2 years?
May a contractor, may a mama contract to who? Na me we, me a mama contract. Maybe family workers are never holding Kowa.
Bibi, and
na me ko accommodation mo. Great. Ko workers or one no.
Another. This is another road that every heavy to Veta, Afiarenga to Keta is the
okay.
Contractor beba. So Nkrofono mu sam potem honum so they at the end of the day get jobs. And omunya
these are seasonal jobs based on the project.
So in as much as a Jumani Njai, like we haven't completed the we are totally done with road constructions around the country. But
why are the jobs 24-hour economy supposed to create? Three no way.
And in fact, Nyaya create DVLE. Osha say create ukomu Adenta office. Oma will pretty baby we ayalolo for more office no that DVLA office now operates 24 hours.
Okay.
In fact, we see you nankasa indicate say apart from other offices abeba no they also operate 24 hours. Ebeba we no free wa passport office in Krandia no share say operate 24 hours. Minister I indicate say apart from the regional ones, the regional offices from next year will also start operating 24 hours. And now ye kasa Tema Ports operate 24 hours. And ye MPS, the away GPHA, the another local no, is also operating 24 hours. They are looking at ways to make Takrady Harbor also operate 24 hours. One will say, ye can say, nya public establishments no. In fact,
in my mind, I'm asking myself, I'm wondering how many jobs are creating. I was hoping that in the budget, the finance minister would have given us an indication of how many jobs so far sectors are running 24-hour economy are creating. Because, for instance, passport office. So if you keep a staff strength of 25 during the day, when you're sure you keep the same 25 staff strength in the night, because obviously the client traffic and 11 p.m. will not be the same as area 2. So if you keep 25 staff in the night, You are probably just paying people for no work.
No, baby. Particularly the passport and you know demand for passports.
But I didn't cry online application.
Yes, but
24 hours. Office
you definitely
we have a passport and I do 12.
No, but you definitely need a shifter. They will continue to work
and my point is that those who go the night shift at the passport office will not be the same staff strength as you would maintain in the during the day. It is at 333 may not actually be the actual numbers.
May not. It could also be that we even need more
depending on the sector
exactly
or industry.
Well, passport office one and the other places. But what I'm saying is, I want us to be cautious as we speak now, because you're rolling out we know Echumano, and I have a belief that you expand here and you roll out, like you better take more in those offices. And I will urge, say you roll out, you support it. And the delivery will come. I am confident. Minister, I allocation Emma 24-hour economy office and so delivery no there ebeba.
Okay.
Yenya areshimu and I believe say abano be deliver on that promise. And I yeah, exactly.
Bibi. Omo sika 20,000 per constituencies no. Me say Ghana for bisase me nka say omo nya size kan wen. Your 276 constituencies. And I'm from Amman in Court for after 20,000 every month. Every month, MDC for 20,000. And I'm a party for across the constituency. To file phone, or calculate and calculate 20,000 times 276 every month. Says Cano, I said, John Mama says can free van. Asem Sebe.
May I say. Philip Jima has ended on the Asem notes. Koku Mauli Nanegbe. And so I ended on the belief in government note.
Yeah.
I am ending on the news note. Because I'm handing over to the news team. Within a Bismark Brand, thanks for the pleasure of your company. Let that be producers say Joel Sanko, Jimaima Adato, Joyce Akumeniwa, and also to thank special one Enna Kojo Sefa Dankwa. Within Bismark Brown. Up next is the news at 6.
Na kasi abono die pa na upe ho.